Hello, welcome back to the Mr. Arsenal podcast for the big one. The biggest watch-along you're ever going to see on this channel, basically. Let's put it that way. The North London derby. As you can see, Melvin's already drawn me, but also you can see we've got the team lineups up on the screen. Yeah, well, obviously the other guys will be joining us as well as they come in backstage. I'll put them into the stream itself. Melvin, you all right? How are you feeling? Half hour before kickoff.
I was feeling all right 31 minutes ago before the teams come out, yeah.
And what upset you? Xhaka, I wonder, and Bellerin?
Funnily enough, Xhaka, I put out a tweet earlier when I saw the teams. Xhaka's playing. You got El Neni and mainly Niles on the bench. They should both leave in January on that basis. So they're going to get a chance. And also, AMN should also get a chance at right back because Bellerin and Holding combination just doesn't work. There's too many frailties there defensively.
Bellerin and anyone don't work, let's be honest.
When we kick off, well, you know, there's hope. But I've just got to bounce back a little bit because, you know, it's not what I don't want to. I'm not trying to think what might happen because I'm a bit scared if I'm thinking what might happen with this team. Not with generally, just with this team. We've got Party back, so that's a big bonus.
Well, that's the thing. That's a positive thing to take out because 7 days ago, we were told it's another 6 weeks, and 7 days later, he's in the team.
Big bonus. The thing is, I know it's only one game. The Party on anything works so well away to Man United. Why don't you use it again? It's not like El Neni's let us down at all this season when he's played. Hi, Colin.
Hi, Melvin. I didn't want to.
Already, Colin. Sorry, I started before you.
Listen, I didn't want to. Honestly, Melvin, I didn't want to interrupt you mid-flow, right? Because you were going as well. So it's like, just go. Just like, oh, Jesus. And Jamie Vardy's just scored an absolute banger as well and kicked the corner flag clean off.
Jesus Christ. How did you expect for Jamie Vardy? Why not?
Mate, he gets better with age, doesn't he, Vardy? He's improving.
Mate, Vardy's world class. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. He's world class.
I don't think too many defenders will disagree with you on that. They won't. I don't think too many defenders will want to play against him, would they?
No.
He
just slid into the corner flag and kicked it clean off. Oh, Vardy, man, yo. Love it.
All right, Sam, how you doing?
I'm all right. Hello.
Oh, dear. What are your thoughts on the lineup?
Fucking bollocks, isn't it?
You're so positive on this channel.
/
Jesus Christ. I mean, the last time Partey and Xhaka played together, it just didn't work. Willian is shit. Why is he playing? Bellerin, okay. We know he loves Bellerin, okay. Even though he's not better than Cedric for me. But anyway, he's playing, okay. And then it's just, Lacazette. Why? Why again, Lacazette? What's he doing there? He played much better in the number 10 on Thursday.
Yeah.
Up front in that middle role, if that's where he has to be because he can't play left or right, so he must be in the middle. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work with him. I don't know. Arteta, what is this guy doing? What's Arteta doing?
No idea. Steve in the chat saying, Sam, such positivity. I love it.
Oh, God.
You were saying on Thursday, if Lacazette's to play him as he did on Thursday in that role because it fucking worked. He's now gone back to type again. It's like, what's the point of changing it for the Europa League, having it work, and then going, actually, I'm going to go back to being negative? And because the football's a big crap then. It's like he's trying to match them man for man all of a sudden, the formation was as well.
We saw when Partey and Xhaka played together, it just didn't work because they're both they take up similar positions. They're trying to do similar things.
I've got a question for you, Sam. You're saying Partey and Xhaka doesn't work, right? Tell me a combination with Xhaka that does work.
Good. Exactly, Melvin. Like we said, he should be playing. Why is he playing? I mean, El Neni is better than Xhaka, so even El Neni should be there ahead of Xhaka, even though
never let us down this season, El Neni. Never let us down.
I just the last time those two played together, it was just so poor. We had nothing happening in midfield. We just sat deep. We didn't create anything. It was just so poor, and that's what's going to happen today. I can just see what's going to happen. We're going to sit deep. We're going to soak up pressure. We're going to try and hit them on counter attack. We'll get about 2 chances. Maybe we'll get 1 goal if we're lucky. And it's just a complete wrong way of attacking this game.
Oh, excuse me, I put myself on mute.
That's a stockbroker. Sell.
Get out now.
I'm selling Yahoo.
Oh, dear.
What do you think, Colin? How do you think, Colin? I don't know what you said.
Well, I mean, I don't mind the 11, right? I know you're going to give me the. I don't know what. I know you're going to give me the strange look, right? But hear me out for a minute, all right? Just hear me out. I don't want to get that strange look again. No. But still, right? What I think he's thinking is, Willian usually plays well against Tottenham. So I'm guessing that's where his thinking comes from that. Xhaka, however, I didn't want him in the team. I didn't want Ceballos in the team because both of them bottom half level. Anyone can defend them all they like, but seriously, what is a midfield pairing of Xhaka and Ceballos done? Fuck all. Both of them are shit. Yeah? There's not a midfield pairing with Xhaka that works because Xhaka's been here 5 years and we still don't know what his best position is. Now tell me, on what planet is that even a thing? Like, I mean, we used to complain that we don't know what Theo's position was. It's exactly the same thing with Xhaka. I mean, you see he operates a similar position to Partey, but does he? I don't know.
They take up a lot of the similar positions. Last time they played together, it was like they were all taking a lot of the similar positions, and it was just they were both sitting so deep and nothing. It was dead.
Well,
the creativity in the midfield was dead.
From what I watched in that game, right, and I think it was Leicester that they played together, wasn't it?
Yeah. I can't remember now.
Yeah, that was ironically, that was the only half of football that Xhaka's been any good this season. However, he took Partey off, I think, in that game because of like concerns he had with picking up a knock and whatnot, or is that Villa kind of man? Either way, Xhaka without Partey doesn't work. In fact, Xhaka doesn't work, period. So I don't even know why I'm even trying to kind of put that out there, because Xhaka's been useless for about 5 years, so I don't expect much from him. I can sort of see why Arteta's gone with the 3 at the back, because you look at the 4 at the back system that we've played in the league. We've done it for a few weeks now. All that's happened is that we've gotten exposed when opposition has run at us. For example, Wolves. For example, Leeds. For example, Villa. I'd rather go with the system that we're using now and have some sort of protection than go 4 at the back and get absolutely exposed like we have the last 2-3 games. I'd rather that, because Leeds ran at us. Okay, they didn't get a goal from it, but they were getting a lot of joy. Wolves ran at us. They beat us, where our midfield was practically like a ring donut with nothing there. Leicester did exactly the same thing. Villa did the same thing as well. So you're looking at it, I'd rather go with a 3 at the back because it prevents that. It would prevent us being exposed at the back. That said, my worry is Xhaka leaving his position like he usually does every fucking week. And as far as Willian's concerned, he'll probably have a good game. And I'm calling it now. We'll win today, right? And people will forget the fact that we're 15th because of these players. If people think I'm going to let them off with that, fuck off. Because I'm not. Right? We're in the position we are now because of these players. And until they're shot of, we're not going to see change. You can chop and change the manager all you like. Ultimately, it won't make a fucking difference.
I can see where you're coming from. You make some valid points. I don't agree with all of them. I do think the manager has a lot to say because he's selecting the players that are playing poorly. You know,
Here's the thing, Sam, right? That I'll give you. You have a valid point there, right? Okay. I'm not saying that Arteta doesn't deserve some bit of criticism. Of course he does. But in my opinion, the players are more at fault because he's putting the best 11 he can field out there, right? And when the young players have been called upon in the Europa League, right, they've actually played better because of the way we're set up. But the players that we're playing in the Premier League, clearly they cannot take instructions. Because I look at it, right, and I think, how is it possible that we are in the bottom 5 with the likes of Lacazette, Aubameyang, Thomas Partey, Gabriel, and Tierney and Leno, who in my opinion is an all right goalkeeper. He's not perfect, but he's all right. How is that possible? You can only look so far.
Listen, we played. How many games we played, Con? Is it 8 or is it 9 or 10?
I can't remember. I think it's
10 games.
I think it's
10
10
games,
yeah.
Colin. You got to remember, 10 games. We're in the position we're in now, and the first 2 games we bloody won. That's how bad it's become.
Yeah. And here's the thing, Melvin. I've said that about these players for a long time. Last 2 or 3 years, these players are shit. Like, this squad, without question, is by far and away the worst Arsenal squad I've seen in my lifetime.
Well, the last 5 years, the only constant you've got are the players, not the managers. They've had 3 different managers.
Exactly. You can't.
You include Freddie, which is very short time. They're the
At
only
that point,
constant.
Melvin, at that point, it's not the managers. It can't be. It can't be, right? Because these players have had 3 to 4 different managers. Yeah, all right. Wenger needed to go. And I 100% agree with that because let's be honest, under him, we were going nowhere fast. If anything, we were declining.
Agreed.
And it would have only gotten worse, right? Emery came in, all right, not a great fit, but he managed to get something out of him. Amazingly, I don't know how, but
for a little while, and then he lost it.
These players down-tooled under Emery. They down-tooled under Freddie, and they're doing the same thing under Arteta. This is why I say it doesn't matter if you change the manager or not. You can chop and change it all you like, but ultimately, until these players are gone, you're not going to see change. You could get Pep Guardiola. No. You could get Pep Guardiola. You can get Jurgen Klopp. You could get Bielsa, whoever you fucking like. But until these players are gone, nothing's going to change.
No, not when you're playing Xhaka week in, week out, and letting Willian play, who's nothing, he's completely dead, and you keep playing him every game. Of course, nothing's going to happen, right? I mean, why not play? Xhaka's so terrible. Play someone else, anyone.
You've got El Neni there, Sam. You got exactly Knowles there. It's not
exactly. Maitland-Niles showed yet again on Thursday he can play a central midfield role. You know, it's about taking choices, and that's the thing with Arteta. He seems to. This is the thing that he's starting to I don't know. He's starting to get into a spot where he's sort of becoming like this, you know, the emperor with no clothes or whatever. Because he keeps talking about these non-negotiables and this and that, and he's the tough guy, he's making tough decisions. Yet there's players who, doesn't matter what they do, how bad they are, they're just going to keep playing every single game. And the kids who come in and play well and they get one chance or whatever, and then you never see them again. I mean, it's just that is down to the manager. I mean, Xhaka should not be playing. Xhaka should not be playing.
That I will agree with. I
won't keep harping on about him, Xhaka, because you know my feelings the last few years. But you talk about non-negotiables. How many non-negotiables does Xhaka bloody pass? He can't pass any, in my opinion.
Exactly.
He doesn't do, you know what I mean? So if you're talking about
he keeps playing. And Willian, sorry, Willian shouldn't be playing. Rhys Nelson had a much better game on Thursday. He deserves to have a chance today ahead of him. Lacazette has been in such poor form for such a long time now. He goes straight back into the squad. So the first team starting spot today. It's these decisions that mean we never perform, because we keep playing the same players that don't perform. And you should just play anyone who would want to play more. Surely there's someone who you can play who wants to play more than these guys. I mean, I'll play some of the under-23s. I would, because they want it more. Okay, it's going to take a few more games for them maybe to get to a decent level or whatever, and you're not going to win the league with under 23s. You probably won't get anywhere near Champions League with under 23s, but we're not with this team anyway. So that's what I'm saying. We should just give people a chance who deserve it, and not keep letting players play who don't deserve to play. And like you're saying, down tools, they're playing so poorly, but they play every single game. Arteta and Emery and Freddie Ljungberg, when he was caretaker manager, they all kept playing these same players. And that's where we're going wrong. Is we're not giving the younger players more of an opportunity. Yes, they come in. It's difficult for them in the Premier League compared to the Europa League, but you've got to give them a run of games to get used to it. How do you get used to playing in the Premier League if you get one chance and then you're benched again? How do you get used to it? And then then Xhaka or Willian or whoever comes back again, and they're just as useless, but they keep playing.
The point you make there about the players being undroppable, and this has happened under the likes of Emery, Freddie, and now Arteta, right? I mean, do you think it's in these players' contract that they get guaranteed minutes in the league regardless? Maybe. There might be something like that with Willian. With Willian, there's a lot of talk about it because he's been so poor for so many games now. It's like, how does this guy keep playing? Maybe he has it in his contract that he has to play, 90% of the games or something like that. I don't know. I mean, there might be something like that. I hope not, because that would be very stupid. That's a very stupid thing to have in a contract. Well, to be honest, mate, do you know what I would put that down to? I would put that down to Raul and Kia. I know Raul's not here anymore, right? But let's be honest, he would have had a hand in the Willian deal because he's mates with Willian's agent. Just based off that alone, he had a hand in it. Because for the past 2 seasons, we've been operating with Raul and Kia doing under-the-table style jobs, bringing in players that are on Kia's books. You look at our last few signings, David Luiz, Willian.
Yeah, so that's Kia. Kia.
Come on. And the players that we were linked with last summer as well, Coutinho, and that's another one. Thank God Raul. Exactly. Thank God Raul's gone, because if he wasn't, Coutinho would probably be an Arsenal player.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's for me. Yes, the players. It's a combination. It's like a perfect storm, so to speak. It's like this. You got this perfect storm of players who aren't performing very well, and then the players who aren't performing well keep getting selected again, and again. And also they're getting played out of position. We've got players who aren't playing in their best position as well, which doesn't help. And anyway, it is what it is. And for me, I would rather play some of the under 23s. I'd rather play, Willock, Smith Rowe, Rhys Nelson. I would rather play some of these kids than some of the guys we have in the first team at the moment. I really would. I think Maitland-Niles should definitely get a crack at right back ahead of Bellerin. And El Neni has done more than enough to show that he should at least be ahead of Xhaka. So that if you're playing, if Arteta wants to play these two deep lying midfielders today, that it should be El Neni then and Partey and not Xhaka. I mean, Xhaka, just how many times does Xhaka? I mean, I know we keep banging on about the guy, but there he is again today, right? So we have to talk about him. This is the thing. We keep seeing him every fucking game in the Premier League, so we have to keep talking about him. And every single game he plays a shit game. And it's just, here we are again, Here we are again. And like John the Revenite saying in the chat there, Xhaka, Willian, Bellerin, they're the undroppable, the favourites that keep coming back no matter what. There they are yet again, It's just not good enough. These guys shouldn't be undroppable. They should be on the bench.
Do you think Lacazette will play deeper though? Do you think a possibility he will play?
Probably.
Well, he has to. He's got to play his. He's going to play his shit position, the one that doesn't work. He's going to be.
No, what I mean, Sam, is he going to play like he did the other night, deep, but facing the right way?
Well, if maybe all of a sudden, like by some miracle, he decides to do that and play Aubameyang ahead of him, then and play Lacazette deep, and then Saka out left and Willian out right, maybe, but I don't know, because normally when Lacazette's back in the first team like this, he's up front, isn't he, in the middle, and then Aubameyang's out left, and Saka is probably in midfield, probably playing that link up role in midfield.
All right,
hi, gentlemen. Good
Hello,
afternoon,
Gary.
Okay. Hello, everyone.
Hello, Gary.
Listening to you guys talk. You're enjoying the lineup, right?
Oh my god!
Yeah, lovely.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I just wish we could never talk about Xhaka again. I really do. But he's there every week, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's always three names. There's three names, right? That we see on the sheet. That if they took them out, I would like to see how we play. Right, and they're on all three levels, right? All three levels: back line, middle, and the front. Take them all out.
I guarantee you, right? If those three weren't playing, we'd win this game comfortably. Guarantee it.
I'd like to see it. I'd like to see it.
I mean, the one thing I did think is, sorry.
No, sorry, go on.
No, I was just gonna say, and having Partey there to me gives me a little bit of I feel a little comfortable that at least he's gonna get them to play a little bit better. If he's vocal, which he needs to be, because I don't think he's 100%, but I think he's better than most. He knows he knows what to do a little bit more. He knows what to do out there. So I'm hoping he can be a leader out there as much as we can use his skills. So.
Well, you've got to have a part. I think he's taking a chance with Partey today. I think Partey's probably like about 90% fit.
Yeah.
And he's taking a chance because he needs him in there with Ndombele and Højbjerg to give them a fight in midfield, because Xhaka's got about as much fight in him as Mary Poppins. So you got to have someone there in midfield who's actually going to fight for us. That's what Partey can do. But I tell you what, Partey playing today, it's filling me with dread, because we're going to injure him today. I mean, how does he get back into this game when literally last week they're saying we're going to see him again in the new year? How does he get back into this game? Well, are they filling him up with injections? Is that what they're doing? Are they giving him like 10 injections to play the game or something? It just doesn't feel right to me.
At the moment, he's just walking on the pitch with one crutch, not two.
No, that's Pepe. That's Long John Silver. Sorry, that's Pepe. But he's suspended today.
So we got Long John Silver. We got Mary Poppins, and what about Hector? I mean, what do you call him? Because we need a full cast.
I'll tell you what call Hector, lads. Zoolander. Call him
Zoolander, yeah. Zoolander,
Oh,
Zoolander, that's a good one, yeah.
Teams are out, both teams are out, by the way, on the pitch on my screen anyway. What about you guys?
Yeah, I'm just going to set it up now and set up the old stream here.
So go on, let's get our score predictions in for a kick-off then. What are we?
This lineup. This lineup's not good.
Oh, dear. Yeah, most of the chat have agreed under as well, so.
Yeah, I've been holding still on my 2-2 because I want to see Lacazette and Aubameyang basically come out of their shell. I mean, I think it's going to happen hopefully sooner than later. Why not today? So I'm going to keep leaning on that for it to happen. We'll see.
Well, as Fimpon Online says on Twitter, if you're not up for this game, don't bother coming into work tomorrow. Oh, dear.
You know what? Knowing some of our players, I might go, Tottenham we're playing. I thought we're playing Spurs.
Oh, dear.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah. There's also in the cam roll for them, like set the full cam roll for them. Let's see what our formation is going to be. Go on, surprise us. I'm just not confident with Binnerman, I'm sorry. And Xhaka.
Xhaka's the one for me. I'm just get some water, excuse me.
Yeah, nice. You say water, it's vodka, let's be honest.
And, you know, I'm sorry, I've got to say it, but we're talking about this whole progress and trust the process and everything. You know, I mean, if we see the same lineup now as we saw 2 games ago with Lacazette in the middle, you know, Aubameyang out left and Saka in that link-up role, and you got a deep partnership between Partey and Xhaka. It's not good enough. It's not going to work.
Well, so according to Sky, they're putting the lineup on the screen as
so 4-2-3-1 with Lacazette in the shadow striker role. I think.
Yeah, that's what he did on Thursday. So maybe we got it wrong.
What, with Aubameyang in front of him then?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. If that is what we see today, that could be better. Could be better. Who's there? I haven't seen their lineup. I saw Lloris has made his way back into goal, of course.
Oh, of course. Harry Kane's up front, of course.
Of course, we knew this, didn't we? Of course.
Yeah, the injuries. Because they didn't play Thursday. They never played Thursday.
What worries me, lads, right, is that Kane and Son partnership. Because if you notice, Harry Kane drops in to sort of like a shadow striker where Son can just cut in from where he is and just drift in behind. Like, that's the worry for me.
Yeah, but if Kane drops back, Colin, there's no problem because we've got Xhaka there to take him out, haven't we?
No. No, you're giving me nightmares right now.
Oh, my God. Anyway, here we go, boys. Let's pray. Let's go for it. Come on, keep us in the game.
Some guy still yakking on my one. What's going on?
We're winning this, lads, all right? You can bookmark it. I don't give a fuck.
Let's not forget we've got to do this as well because we've got 2,000 idiots in there as well today. So that's even more.
No passengers today, Arsenal. None of you must be passengers.
Do not let us fucking down. Let's keep them quiet, shut them up, send them home crying. We'll all be happy.
Mourinho's playing with his new watch.
Great social distances, by the way. They were literally on top of each other, but great social distancing.
They've got a very big family.
A shit family, but all right.
Here we go.
Come on, lads.
This is a much bigger game for us than them, isn't it?
Yeah, we need it more than they do at the moment.
Yeah.
Come on, lads. Come on, Partey.
Taking the knee.
I definitely will be behind you guys. I still got like 90 seconds on one of my streams.
Come on, Gunners. Come on.
Come on, lads.
They're nowhere near putting the knee down on mine. I might as well be in 1887.
Don't forget, guys, smash that like button. Share the head out of this content.
Oh my God, they've done 2 of our players.
Straight away. 20 seconds in.
2 of our players.
20 seconds in as well. And nothing.
Not even have a look. Elbow didn't even have a look.
Yeah. No. And Thomas Partey's having a go, going to Atkinson, like, you sure you didn't see that? You sure you didn't see that? It's like, no, I didn't see it.
Oh, that's a foul by him. Oh, man.
Ah, bloody! They just put their knee down on my one, yeah, lads. They just put their knee down.
Someone just put their knee down on one of the Arsenal players. It's racist.
Careful now. Don't ever
They're
fucking out.
Putting it away.
Tottenham are
Taking it
cunts,
away.
man. I swear, they're cunts. End of.
You know they're doing. They're starting
Oh my God! What a tackle that was.
they're starting to become dirty because that's what Mourinho
Watch
wants.
this Jacker tackle, gentlemen. Watch this
Okay.
Jacker tackle.
Oh no, what an idiot. He literally just goes, there you go. Phew. Jump on me, Harry, jump on me.
But yeah, we need to play him all the time, man.
Bellerin, you knob.
Well, it gets worse. Wait
It
for
does
it.
get worse. It does get
Oh,
worse.
what is he doing?
Well, he was born and then 30 odd years later we're being punished for it.
Why is he doing that? Like, for fuck's sake, man.
Wow, I just saw those 2 elbows.
Why?
Wow.
Referee didn't
Why?
want to know.
Why are you doing that, you fraud? Jeez.
Keith's got a dodgy elbow.
That's
Got a bandaged up
fuck,
elbow.
why is he playing then? If he's got fucking bandaged up, why is he playing?
Exactly.
Jesus Christ.
Who's bandaged up?
Leno,
Goalkeeper on his arm. Doesn't really matter an arm or a goalkeeper, does
one
it?
of his arms is completely wrapped up and blasted and everything. It's may as well be plastered, let's be honest.
Look at us. I'm just seeing what Jack has done. I mean, what a twat.
What is he doing?
That's half of the course, though, isn't it, Sam?
Well, you know what? This
That's
is
what he
a
does.
that's a,
Remember, according to the stat merchants, we're better with him in the team, though. We're better with him in the team.
Sure about
Don't worry
you know
about
what he
using
did?
your eyes, everyone.
He did give him an elbow to the stomach, so I'm going to say, to some degree, I'll take that. But that's the whole thing was not necessary.
No,
I mean,
you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that less than 5 minutes into the game. You
No.
don't need to do that.
then he's screaming at the referee. Like, what is he screaming at him for?
Exactly.
Bloody hell. Come on.
Strap in, boys. It's going to be a long 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, that throw from Bellerin, my God.
He still can't throw.
Bellerin's had 2 foul throws this season. 2.
More than that.
Look at this throw.
Way more than that, Sam. Way more
Is
than
it?
that.
Obviously, well, is it? She's shocked. I've seen it. I saw 2 anyway, but yeah, okay.
Since we've got that new set piece coach in, right? Bellerin's been committed foul throw after foul throw.
That's a great set piece coach. He's teaching him how not to throw the ball.
Clearly not, because he's been shit. Does anyone know what the actual name of the guy is? Because I don't have it to hand. All I know is he needs to be sacked ASAP, bruv.
The best thing he's set is jelly recently, that geezer.
Yeah. The whole team's jelly, Melvin, not just the set piece coach.
Ah, jeez, what a bunch of twats,
Come on,
honestly.
let's go for this. Come on.
Yeah, Lacazette's in that. Lacazette's in the same role he had on Thursday. Now that's
I don't
interesting.
mind that at all then. Don't mind that.
That's good, because for
go.
Aubameyang to thrive, he needs someone that will give him the ball. And the last few times he's been up front, he's had no one doing that. So,
Right, back on my screen now.
Oh,
Right.
You see there.
Yeah.
You see, so he'll see that. He'll obviously see that from Thursday that worked well. But Reece Nelson doing really well and playing much better than what William's been playing lately. No, he won't let Reece Nelson play.
Is this free kick Arsenal?
yeah. Free kick outside well outside the box.
I'm just asking because
God.
Zaka's complaining, so. I was just asking because Zaka was complaining to someone.
that's-
What I was complaining about. Come on, get wide.
Oh, it's way out anyways. Just go across it.
Come on, Bellerin. Get wide, Bellerin. Give him an option. Draw a man out. Don't just stand with the ball.
Bellerin's pish, Melvin. Like, can we just admit that? Because,
Come on.
He's been here how long? Since 2011, was it? I'd expect to see some development over 8 years. Like, come on.
No, he hasn't. No.
Well done, Lacquer. Well done. Well
Years
fought.
the first two.
Well fought, Lacquer. Well done.
So, Sam, what time are you on right now?
I'm on 6:02.
I'm in 1986.
I didn't want to ask anybody else because you guys are well ahead of me.
I'm
Sam,
0517.
Okay.
I'm coming up to 6 minutes now.
Yeah, you guys are like 40 seconds ahead of me.
6:21, 22 here.
Yeah, a minute ahead of me. So
Gonna
yeah,
get
just
out, you'll know. Trust me, you'll know. Either way, you're gonna know. Oh dear, fucking shit free kick anyway. It was that we had.
I mean, why do we do these long kicks? Nobody's ever in the air attacking the ball.
No.
Just I would rather them just jump in the air. They don't even jump. They've given up on the ball. Like
corner.
So
and that's Saka again with a last shot. I mean, come on, get it on target, lad.
Højbjerg and Lacquer having a little scuffle as well, by the way.
Go on. Oh, look at that.
Hey, was that a corner?
Could have been, yeah.
It should have been.
It wasn't given though.
No. Look who the referee is, though. Let's be honest, and the linesman and all that.
True.
Oh, here we go.
And Atkinson, he's not exactly fucking one of the best refs, is he?
We had who did we have at Old Trafford in the first game, lads? And what happened? Okay, so let's not get carried away.
Be careful. John saying, "Be careful, Lacquer. Don't need a silly red."
No, we do not. No, we do not. We don't need being down to 10 men in less than 10 minutes. That'll make it even longer.
If we get a man sent off, we'd be down to 9 men, wouldn't we?
Oh, because
yeah.
If you know, you know. Go on.
Because of fraud.
I'm a bit disappointed though that Reece Nelson's not even in the squad though. That's annoyed me today.
Yeah, what's he got to do? Honestly, what's the kid got to do?
Even Smith,
I guess he can only punish one of the youngsters. So, you know, he didn't want to. He punished Willock by making him come out and speak. So, you know, he couldn't punish him by not putting him on the team sheet. Nelson just, you know, that's usually that's what I'm just noticing a trend. I mean, I just feel like, you know, I know that the youngsters just aren't going to get the benefit of the doubt.
We've had a phone on the left. Tini's thrown it, and Xhaka, as you'll see, starts backing away from where the ball's going. He doesn't go towards it; he backs away from it.
Oh, what is he doing? Like, I mean,
oh dear.
Oh, Saka doesn't quite get it.
Causing problems though. Saka, anyway, not Granite. Saka.
Yeah, he's getting good. He's getting good positions. He's just, you know, he's just losing the ball a bit.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, we're getting down their left a fair few times, so that's encouraging. Like, but
that's their weak spot, right? That's is Aurier playing because Aurier is their weak spot.
Aurier's on the left.
He could do something quite stupid, that right back, couldn't he? He's always got
we should target him with Tierney and Saka. With Tierney and Saka, we should target the Aurier.
Exactly, and he's got a hot head as well. He's known for having
Lacquer's just jumping around aimlessly. Like, what is he doing? Like, come on.
Oh, dear. John's also saying in the chat, sloppy stuff from Arsenal so far. Yeah.
Yeah, been pretty sloppy so far.
I just saw Jack take the ball off Party for no reason.
Of course.
You know, I'll take this start because I you know, it could have been worse.
Well,
I mean, now hopefully we can build into that. We can, you know, get ourselves into this game. You know, the first 10 minutes could have gone, you know, awfully wrong.
Oh, what?
Go on, Bellerin. Go on, Hector.
Party's literally waiting for the ball, and he just goes right in front of it. Like, what are you doing?
There's too much space, and this is again what has happened when he plays with these two deep-lying midfielders, there's too much space between the deep-lying midfielders and the number 10. Too much space. It needs to be a lot closer.
The thing, John again in the chat saying Tottenham aren't looking great. They're started groggily. They did this last week, and then they got into the game.
Yeah, they did. They did. This is a habit that they have. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Yeah, for everyone that's not watching, Partey had a chance there, but he just hit it wide, basically.
Well wide,
just hit it.
Yeah. Hey, at least he's doing something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
At least he's doing something. Xhaka's been all Xhaka's been is a nuisance to our own game. Like, not just to them.
Xhaka to Bamiyang.
Oh my God. I've just seen it as well. Literally, in sync of you, Melvin. So
get him off at half time. I don't give a shit. Get him off.
I feel every one of these things when he does that. Every time he does it, I feel like that. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh dear.
You notice how the players are trying a lot more. Given that it's Tottenham, I told everyone this would be the case, right? Well, it might be 0-0 just now, but these players have a habit of doing this. They get themselves up for the big games, but for the small games, it's like they could not give two shits.
I'm not too sure they're more up for it. I think we're playing more attacking because Tottenham are letting us do that. They're going to hit us on the break. Full sense of security. That's what they do.
Again, that's what Mourinho did. And again, that's what Mourinho did last week. He let Chelsea go at him for the first 10, 15 minutes. And then bang, he just fucking switched it. And hopefully Arteta's got a plan for that. To counteract it, but it happens.
Did that last time.
Bellingham's just been wasteful with his crossing as well. I mean, it's doing my head in.
The right side's been dreadful, Ryan. Let's just call a spade a spade. Like,
and then they're on attack.
Because earlier on, right?
1-0. 1-0.
Brilliant goal. Absolutely fantastic goal. First attack they've had, Spurs. Told you.
Oh my God.
They drew us in, and good night, Vienna.
What did I say?
From the right side as well.
Don't get singing again.
From the right side as well. Bellerin and Holden out of position.
It was a very good goal, that.
No, it was, but, let's not.
Bellerin has the ball. What is it? He tries crossing it. We've got one man in the box. And
he's out of position, Bellerin, look.
Yeah, and he don't even
draw
run back. I'm sorry, they don't even run back. When
he hit that ball, the two defenders I was worried about weren't 10 yards of him when he hit that ball.
Yeah. And as Jonathan
Bellerin is in central midfield.
What is he doing? Why are you heading it straight at him, you fucker?
What did we again?
Oh my God!
Why did we call this on the channel the other day? On this channel, me and Albert spoke about this yesterday about Son and Bellerin, and guess what happened? 14 minutes in, we were 1-0 down because Bellerin's fucking shit.
Well,
this is the same thing. It's the same thing. This is the same thing. Whenever Bellerin loses the ball, he has no clue on where he's supposed to be defensively. And when he loses, I was just watching it now. When he loses that ball with that cross and they counter attack, he is in central midfield. He moves into central midfield, for fuck's sake.
No, and
then he stops running back to where he's supposed to be, which is always.
I don't know what Bellerin's doing, right? But he thinks he's fucking Kyle Walker trying to play inverted fullback. Bruv, you have no common sense about you to do such a thing.
That's a good finish. You got to give it to him as a good finish.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's class, right?
There was no one near him, Sam.
It's a good finish, but it's
look who shows up! Look who shows up! Look at that! Here we go.
This will be working as well, so he'll be in trouble because they've got cameras where he works.
Call up his boss.
Oh, they've got a free kick by the way. Over on the left-hand side. Shock our strongest side.
I don't even know.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. Now you're winning. Take the masks off. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, I'd love to do the same way he does for Atletico, but Atletico's no fucking following, do they? So there's no stream for them, so you can't even fucking do it.
Oh dear. But again, yeah, it's just, like you said, Sam, it's a good goal, but at the end of the day, it's made easy for him because of the lack of defending.
Well, when do we run it? When do we run at the person with the ball?
Never.
I watch every other team in the history of soccer. Somebody's got a ball. At least one person is running at the ball to do something, to slow him down, to get him to pass it, to do something. We continually, all of us, run away from him. You can see in the video, 3 players kind of cross through. None of them go at him. He continually moves forward and forward and forward, gets all the space he needs. That should never happen. You take him down at the least. I mean, who cares at that point that he's outside the box?
Yeah.
That's been an ongoing trend for God knows how, even in the Wenger era, near the end of Wenger's time. In terms of defenders, just back off. They wouldn't close down. The only person that would do closing down was Alexis when he first came, and he got bollocking for it. He got publicly torn down by Wenger for doing it because it disrupts the play. Well, maybe if everyone else was doing it at the time, it wouldn't be disrupting the play. And it's just, again, it's Wenger players doing what they used to. Back off, don't fucking defend. God forbid that they defend.
Well, no one teaches them defending, does no one shows them how to defend anything, so...
And also, you can see, Holden can see that Bellerin's out of space, so he comes out, and he doesn't even slow down Son at all. Because he's got, I mean, at that point, we're in trouble, because you got Son...
Again, Wenger players.
Here's the thing, Gary. Yeah, this is why teams target our right side because they know it's weak as piss. Like, it's not really a surprise. Like, Bellerin is easily one of the worst right backs in the league. You know, you can come at me with whatever you want, but easily one of the worst. Rob Holding, I fail to see the hype around him. He's 25 years old. I'm giving him leeway here, right? Because ultimately, Bellerin's left him in this shit anyway. But still, he's 25. He should be in a position where he's at his prime now.
Yep.
And yet people act like he's still a young kid. He's 25 years old. All right. It's time to start. Do you know what it is? It's time to start giving him the Jesse Lingard treatment. Yeah, he's our version of Jesse Lingard, Rob Holden. Fact.
I agree. He's far too inconsistent. He'll have one good game, and then he'll have 3 bad games. Then he'll have one good game again, and then he'll have another 3 bad games. He's just not consistent.
No. That right side needs a complete overhaul, Sam. It really does.
Oh yeah, I've said this a long time. I said this before the season. I said we need a right back. I said we should be getting a right back. You know, what we have isn't good enough.
And this is why Maitland-Niles should be starting this game.
Yeah, because the thing. Yeah, the thing with Maitland-Niles is at least he knows defensive. He knows defensively where to be. You know, he's got some idea defensively.
Yeah, you know, he's not going to put himself that far up the field that he can't get back. Especially when if you look, when Bellerin comes up, if he looks back, there's nobody behind him. All the way to the goal line, nobody. You know, he has no support. And then, like you said, he creeps on the middle, leaves the entire side gone, and Holden doesn't know what to do. I mean, I would go after Son first. If we get beat by the other guy, so be it. But you can't figure, like, who... Take a choice between one of the best scorers in the league and somebody else on their team. Go after Son, right? Where's the danger? The danger right now is in front of you. He runs away from it.
They got corner spurs. I think Tierney's marking Kane.
Look what Bellerin's doing. He's just leaving it. He's not even getting close enough to him. Like, what are you doing? Bro, come on, man.
But John, again, coming from a neutral perspective, with Jonathan, he's saying Bellerin fell on his arse, holding, run away from Son, bunch of clowns, shouldn't even be in reserves, let alone our 11.
Completely agree. And
struggling.
That's from a Liverpool fan, lads. Yeah, a Liverpool fan. and yeah, they're immense, but still, like, if a Liverpool fan can notice this, right? Why can people at the top of the club not see this?
Well, what about our genius manager?
Yeah.
You keep picking him, to be honest. Yeah. I mean, where's Mari today? He was playing on Thursday. He did a good performance, got a goal. I know he's just come back from injury, but give him 60 minutes, 65 minutes at least.
Honestly, Ryan, I'd have started him. I really would have, because I mean, it cannot be worse than Rob Holding. If you put Cedric and Marty on the right side, tell me, would they do any worse of a job than Bellerin and Holding? No.
No.
Oh, well.
Has William touched the ball?
He's touched it, done a bad kick, didn't he? A bad shot, right?
I've not even noticed he's played.
No,
I've not even noticed he's playing.
Aubameyang hasn't touched the ball either.
No, he did touch it because he kept the ball from going out the goal line and made it a throw in. That was the one thing he did.
No one hasn't touched it.
You know what, lads? We need a manager to come in. I mean, right now, if a manager's going to come in right now, we need someone with a pair of bollocks to just take some of these players by the scruff of the neck and say, "Sorry, you're not good enough. Bellerin, sorry, you're not going to play for us ever again. Get on your bike. Xhaka, sorry, you're not good enough," and just play the other players who can play in that role. Play the under-23s, anyone. Just not keep playing these players who are not good enough, who just play because of their reputation and the size of their contract or whatever it is. Because I can't figure out why do they play? Is it the size of their contract that decides who plays? Because it's not how they play. It can't be the way they play that they get selected.
It's not the contract, because we know why. If it was the contract, then, somebody who makes a lot more money would be at least on the team sheet. So it's not about money.
That's what we're talking about. That's the famous non-negotiables, right? So Ozil gets kicked out to the cold, and that's a whole different discussion. But then you've got players like Xhaka, Bellerin, Mustafi, who just keep playing crap after crap after crap, and they keep getting back into the team.
Got a lot of William there.
Here's the thing, Sam, right? I don't disagree with a single thing you said there, right, about these players. I don't. But we've seen this before where, in fact, I can almost predict what will happen if a new manager comes in, right? There'll be a new manager bump like there was with Arteta initially, and people will suddenly think, well, why can't they do this consistently? Then what will happen is they'll go back to type, which is what we're seeing now, and they'll just down tools and get the next manager sacked. I'm not saying that Arteta's perfect, right? In my opinion, these players are a much bigger problem than just the manager.
I'll tell you who you've let off lightly here, gentlemen. In the summer, there was rumours that we could get 25 for Bellerin, for Lacazette, for this one, for that one. Eddie's got a lot to answer for if he didn't sell these players when he had a chance to.
But I think Eddie was late to the party on all those deals, right? Because what is it? He only did 2 deals, I think, right? He was part of the team, but he wasn't in control, though, right?
Here's the thing, right? Until he came to he was he not technical director with the Brazil national team as well?
Yeah, that's why he got the job at Arsenal, because of what job he did there.
Okay. I know he's an Arsenal legend and whatnot, right? But here's the thing. Just because you're a legend, that doesn't mean you should be immune from criticism. Because, if we're going by that, Arsene Wenger was a legend and he got lambasted every fucking week. So you should be able to apply the same criticism for Edu. Yes, getting Partey was a stroke of genius, but we needed so much more than just Thomas Partey.
Yeah, we found getting rid of him having a go at, not really bought or didn't buy.
Yeah, exactly.
That as well, Melvin. Melvin, that as well, right? because every single one of us knows that Bellerin, Xhaka, Rob Holding, those three in particular, Ceballos as well, none of them are of the level that we need to get to where we want to be, right? And ultimately, where we want to be is challenging for the title again because it's been so long. You're not going to get to that with these dead players in the squad. It's just not going to happen.
Right, Hector's coming. I want him off. I want Hector off at half time. He pissed me off.
I'll tell you what I want off.
He did the same thing again, right? I'm just making sure I saw the exact same thing again, where he's nowhere to be found on the wing, on the outside, and Holding's out there by himself.
Why is he drifting into the box, man? Why is he doing that?
He's playing that.
This is not going to be. You're not going to like me for this, and it's not. But I'm going to say it anyway. I'll tell you who's having a very poor game today. Who's had a great opportunity a few times and messed it up with bad touches. Is Saka.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to go at him. I'm just saying he's not playing well. I don't want him taken off. Blah blah blah. But he's got to up his game because at the moment he's having a stinker.
Yeah.
I think it rubs off though, right?
That's fair criticism, Melvin. It is. Like, you know, if you can, you know, people have to be like open and honest in what they're seeing on the pitch, and what we're seeing on the pitch is absolute tripe. Like, but Saka for me is not an issue. Granted, he's not playing well at the moment, but a lot of that has to do with what's around him. You look at the midfield, in particularly Xhaka, right? Xhaka's been bloody awful today. Bellerin, I don't know what it is with Bellerin. He thinks he's an inverted fullback, like drifting into the box when he's got people running at him. Like, what are you doing, bro?
He's been doing that for years now. No one's pulled him up on it. He's constantly getting picked. Even Arteta's picking him now. I don't know why. What was the point of signing Cedric? What's the point of having Ainsley still? Keeping him here? We're not going to play.
You could have sold him for 25 million. Ainsley made null. You didn't sell him. Not using him. So what's the point? I think he deserves a chance, but there we go. If you're not going to give him a chance, why have him in the squad?
I'm sorry. But Ainsley Maitland-Niles, who's naturally a centre midfielder, would do a better job today in Hector's role than what Hector's ever done.
Cool. Yeah.
You notice how Spurs are targeting Bellerin?
Yeah.
Every single time they're getting down our right side. Every single time. Targeting Bellerin and Rob Holding. Every time.
People will come out and say, "Oh, but he's a winger. Naturally, he's a winger." He can't even fucking cross. Part of the reason we conceded the goal because he was so far up the pitch and tried crossing the ball into Aubameyang, who's surrounded by fucking 3 Tottenham players.
Do you know what, lads? I was thinking this today. Yeah, I'm not even joking. I would much rather have Theo Walcott in this team right now.
Yeah,
and I don't say that because he was.
There we go.
I don't say that because he was a world beater, right? The reason I'm saying that, right, is because despite his faults, he legitimately knew what it meant to play in this game.
Well, not so much that he could be dangerous, couldn't he?
Yeah,
he was a threat,
he could be dangerous at the moment.
Yeah,
he knew how to. Still could nick a goal.
He knew how to use his pace and to get the ball in the box. Something Bellerin does not do.
I'm just worried about his defensive frailties. Bellerin showed up again.
I'm worried about his overall game. Never mind fucking defensive frailties.
The reason why we're saying this, Ben, is because he's playing right back, and instead of staying in his position, he's cutting out of his position, forcing Holding to come over to his position, leaving the centre side of the central defensive side completely exposed. And then when he goes into that position, he can't.
Well, you know what? They didn't. It shows he doesn't. So
this is the Liverpool all over again. This is the exact same way we played against Liverpool. We came. Both William and Bellerin came up that right hand side, got themselves sucked into the middle, could not get out. On the counter, Liverpool's got the whole left side wide open. We're stuck. Same thing. We didn't learn. I mean, it's just These are learning.
Right, half time. We need to get. We need to get Xhaka and fucking Hector off because they're both been. One thing playing dead and he's fucking roll, and the other one's just being an idiot and trying to get booked, sent off.
Xhaka will get sent off and booked here because he get.
Go on, Thomas. Go on.
Go on. Have a shot.
Come on, shoot.
Oh, fuck.
Shoot over. Come on.
And there's no one attacking it. And they got a free kick apparently because Hojbjerg goes down holding his head, of course. Oh,
I mean, Saka's going to get a. Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't gotten a card yet.
I think Partey's given Hotspur one back from earlier on in the game. Well, 1-1, mate. Now stop complaining.
Put a shot on goal, please. What's all this? We have so many touches in the box. Not one person's looking at the goal. How do you do that? We had like 4 touches in the box. Not one person even looked at the goal.
No.
How do you score? You can't.
They don't want to take responsibility.
Brendan, if you start talking so much shit, if Brendan start talking so much shit, you might seem like you know something. That's what you're talking. I mean, you're saying Bellerin is supposed to be doing what he's supposed to be doing. Fuck off, mate. He's not. He's not doing anything what he's supposed to be doing. So.
Another thing, did you get that?
Why don't you go back and do your job, whatever you're supposed to be doing, and leave the chat? It'd be much better.
Did you get that off of Google, mate? Fucking hell! Like, come on.
Apparently, Bellerin's supposed to be doing what a wingback's doing. Yes, you just completely leave your attacking players who are playing against you. Just completely leave them to do what they're supposed to do, and just leave them alone.
I'll tell you what, Sam. Yeah, you want the perfect example of what a wing back is supposed to be. Look up Lichtsteiner for Juventus under Antonio Conte. That is what a wing back is supposed to do.
Lichtsteiner was great many years ago, but many moons ago.
Alright, so you basically admitted you got it off of Google. Yeah, all right then. Sweet.
No, but what was it? Amongst all that, Hector's done another foul throw. So that's 5 this season already.
Yeah.
He is crap, Brendan, because not only does he do about 3 or 4 foul throws, the guy every game, the goals come from his area. He's leaving people well off. He's not marking. He's not doing. He's miles away from where he's supposed to be. He is one of our completely. We're a gaping hole on the right hand side where he plays. So obviously he's not doing what he's supposed to be doing.
Ask yourself this: what's the wing back meant to be able to do?
Oh, Xhaka.
They're meant to cross the ball, right? Which Bellerin cannot do. They're meant to be able to defend well, one-on-one well in wide areas, something which Bellerin cannot do. So, again, explain to me why Hector Bellerin is a good wing-back. No, he's shit.
It doesn't matter because Brendan's played football at a high level, you see, so he knows football, everyone. Because you can't know football unless you've actually played it.
Well, that's complete bullshit.
Good covering by holding then.
Anyway. Of course, that's not a foul, Atkinson. Of course not. No. Don't be silly.
I thought it was actually, yeah.
You just stand there going, no, what?
Oh, Holden again. Oh.
It was a good cover, though, Holding. Gives the corner away. It's all right. Give him that.
It was Partey. Yeah, Partey.
Yeah.
It's because Laka got he sort of tried to pass it through Laka for some reason. I don't
know for fuck's sake, Brendan. Can we just ban this brother of yours, honestly? I mean, I was calling him a right back because traditionally that is what he's played for us. We've mostly played, not now recently, we've played 3 at the back when he's been playing a wing back, yes. technically you're correct if you're going to be so fucking pedantic about it. But traditionally, he's always been a right back for us because we've mostly played in a 4, Brendan. That's where we've mostly played our time where Bellerin has been at the club. He's about 90%, 95%. He's been a right back, and he's now only recently he's been more of a wing back under Emery and Arteta. So that's why I just refer to what I normally call it, because traditionally he's been a right back. That's what he was for 8 years, basically. So that's why I'm calling him a right back. You don't need to be pedantic. You don't need to look like you look like a know-it-all, because you're not. You're clearly not. Because when you say Bellerin is doing what he's supposed to be doing, he fucking doesn't. All right. So you're not that great of a football analyst as you think you are.
Well, there won't be a couple of Christmas cards going to that address this year, will there?
No, it's just if you're going to come into the chat, at least fucking, make some decent points. Don't come in and talk crap. I mean, it's just talking crap about most of the time.
Exactly. Do you know what, Ryan? Just ban him from the chat, because it's just it's getting Sam riled up more than anything else. And that's not a great sight.
I enjoy the entertainment. It's better than watching this fucking Arsenal team. It's just if you're gonna come and say things, at least fucking make them decent. Oh, you play for West Ham. Oh, congratulations. That means you know what. That means you know what. That means you know what a wing back's supposed to do. Ooh, okay. That means Bellerin knows what he's doing, does it? No, it doesn't, because Bellerin clearly doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Oh my God.
As Jonathan says, wing backs still defend decently. Bellerin couldn't defend to save his life.
Exactly.
As I'm saying, part of the no matter if it's a fullback or a wing back, well, whatever on either side, part of the role is to fucking defend.
I think there's only been one shot on target this match so far, isn't there?
Yeah, their goal. Literally, that's it.
Yeah. Shocking.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have talked about it, but the one thing I'm noticing is that Partey is not what we thought he would be, which is like not 100%.
No, he's not 100%. He's got to be injured. That's what I'm saying. He's playing with an injection or something. I don't like it.
You see that free? Did you see that? Honest, Sam, have you seen this free kick from Bellerin yet? Fucking hell, that was fucking dreadful.
Well, that's what a wing back's supposed to do. Apparently,
what does he do well?
He's a fantastic wing back.
No, yeah.
So what does he do well? What is he good at?
Not much.
Please try and explain what Bellerin's good at, right? Because I tell you what, you'd be sitting on your arse for a good few hours trying to figure that out. Because you can't, right? I don't care if people say, "Oh, but Bellerin's a good wing back." No, he ain't, because the best wing backs are able to defend, something he clearly cannot do. And it's not a case of just, but he's not got a good centre back, and it's nah.
It's all these excuses. That's the same. It's all these excuses. Oh, it'd be better if you had this. It'd be better if you had that. It'd be better if you had that. Yeah, of course he would if he had all that, but he doesn't. But he still doesn't explain why he doesn't know how to fucking mark a player or where he's supposed to stand defensively when we don't have the ball.
Best attack. We had the best attack just now, and I tell you who's getting better in the game now. Saka. You must have heard me.
Yeah, yeah. Let's hope so.
First Arteta on speed down, Melvin. Now Saka. What, have you got a magic phone or something?
That's a handball, but okay.
That looks handball to me, Ryan.
Yeah.
They ain't going to look at it again, are they, probably?
Technically, by the law that the FA sets up, that's a handball. No matter what, if it's accidental or not.
You forgot the fine print.
Unless it's Arsenal, of course.
Yeah.
It's a very small print. Oh dear, got to laugh. You don't laugh, you cry.
Yeah. If you don't laugh,
I'll
you'll
tell you
just.
what, he's too good for us, this party. He really is a good player.
How did William miss the ball
I don't
on
know.
that cross?
I think it came off the geezer's arm and it got deflected, I reckon. Changed direction.
Yeah, but like
That's right.
the only thing in your head is get to that ball, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're in the box. You're standing inside the penalty box, right? The goalie box. Get your body on that ball.
Do you know
There's
what
so many fouls, it's unbelievable.
Do you know what the sad thing is, lads? Yeah, if we lose this, and the way it's looking, it's likely that will happen, right? The majority of the fan base will be
Celso's been booked.
Will be pro the manager leaving. Like that's where we are right now.
Yeah.
Because, but then again, I just look at it, right, and I just think this team's nowhere near good enough. Like you look at it, right. Bellerin, Holden, Willian, that right side is shit. Like, and it's not just the right side either; it's the whole team, pretty much, bar 3 or 4 players. But you know, what do I know?
He's gone back wide out.
Apparently, I don't know. Apparently, I don't know football because I've never played at a top level. Allegedly, fuck off.
As Steve says in the Arsenal Misfit, no top team would ever take Bellerin.
Exactly.
Even Barcelona don't want him for fuck's sake. They nick all our players. Let's be honest.
Yeah, should have taken the 50 million. Should have taken the 50 million that they paid. They were going to pay and run.
Because he's on a booking, he won't get done.
Yeah. Oh, that's a foul, definitely.
Yeah, but both because he's on a book, because it's a sell, so he's on the booking already.
I don't think that was a booking sales, though. Sorry, no, it was a foul.
No.
It wasn't
a ball for the ball, did he? Sorry, I saw it from the other angle. The ball was nowhere near him.
No, the ball was nowhere near. That's what I'm saying.
He didn't go for the ball. You're right. He didn't go for the ball.
Yeah. Definite foul. Definite yellow card.
Could have definitely
given that. Because he's already booked, that won't happen. Unless it's obviously the other.
Oh my god! I think.
Xhaka takes one.
Xhaka might be taking this one.
I'm going to literally first in a minute.
So I'll be him or Lacquer. So it all depends how high it's going to go over the bar, doesn't it? Really, either.
Or hit the wall, one of the two.
Yeah, probably.
Lacquer. Well wide. I got deflected.
Oh. Off the wall, I'm assuming then.
Michael Jackson off the wall.
If you know, you know. They're not even standing on the bloody wall stand. They're literally the wall. He puts that spray down. They're standing over the thing. The head of the little spray thing you put down. So technically, by the VAR rule, that should be.
Oh, you and your rules all the time. Honestly, you really bang on about that, don't you? Yeah. This rule and that rule and that rule and that rule and this rule and that rule.
The reason I say it is because obviously we've seen the season, but it has to be retaken because the keeper comes off his line a bit. And I'm just saying, technically, they've broke the rule. Obviously, there's a stand on the line on the other side of it.
Here's the thing, Ryan. Right, I always say this in regards to like the letter of the law. Yeah, if we play to our maximum ability, which we rarely do, then VAR and the referees are not a factor if we do that.
Oh right? No! Well,
let's not dress up, right? No. Today we've been shocking. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm not disputing that. I'm just saying, literally, it's amazing how it's so inconsistent again. And it just does my head in, and then winning.
Answer me this question, Ryan. Answer me this question. When?
I wouldn't say
in your entire lifetime. I'm just interested. When in your entire lifetime has it ever been consistent?
Can
you remember one season where everything's been consistent?
Oh my god.
Piss off at me, please piss off.
Exactly, Ryan. You saw it as well, eh?
Yeah, it literally runs away and slips over. Oh,
come on.
2-0. 2-0.
Is it 2-0? Oh, fuck.
Oh,
Nah, we're screwed. We're screwed.
guess who with his mandatory North London derby goal?
These players can actually do one. I'm sick and tired of them. I really am.
And guess what? On the right hand side again.
But Colin.
Yeah.
I really agree with you that the players are just not performing. I really agree with you, but don't you also think you've got to give Arteta part of this as well for selecting these players? I mean, how can you select these players and think it's going to be any different? And play this player in this way?
Yeah, the anchor has scored.
Sam,
again,
I'm not.
2 attacks, get done in.
Sam, I'm not disputing that. I'm really not. I'm not saying Arteta's blameless, right? But to fully put this on Arteta, in my opinion, is wrong because the players have to take some of the blame as well. Because if you look at it, our right side, all game, Spurs have been attacking that.
The worst this gets, though.
This isn't the first game. This isn't the first game we've seen the exact same thing. This is, essentially all season we've seen
the sad thing is, right, the majority of the fans will be Arteta out at this point. They will be, because
he'll be gone by the end of the next few couple of days if we get battered tonight.
I don't think.
You made a substitution here. Partey's gone off.
Because Partey was injured, right? We knew that. We knew this. This club is a fucking shambles. This club is a fucking shambles, and Arteta has to go. Sorry, I'm done with Arteta now.
Listen,
this is it. This is the match. This is the match that broke the camel's back for me because of everything I've said. It's the same thing again, and he's playing an injured fucking Partey, and now Partey has to come off, and we have to bring on someone else, and it's not working. It's the same fucking thing again and again with these using the same players who aren't performing instead of using other players. Just play someone else. The same fucking useless tactics. Sorry, this is 6 losses in the first 11 games. We're going to be in 16th position. Arteta has to go. I'm sorry. This is not good enough. The guy needs to go somewhere else, learn his trade somewhere else, go to a mid-table club, a low-table club, go to the Championship, go to Spain, go wherever, learn your trade, then come back to a big club like Arsenal, which he won't because he'll only get this chance. But this is too big for him. He's a little kid in the deep end of the swimming pool. The guy needs to go. He needs to be saved. Throw him in the fucking ring. Get him out of the water. That's it. I'm done.
Do you know what, Sam? Right? Do you not? I mean, okay. I respect the fact that you've fully gone on the Arteta has to go thing. I respect that. I think there's bigger issues at hand, but don't you think that the club have not entirely, given him the support in the sense that they've not really, they've not given him enough in terms of the players that he wanted. And then we hear,
I agree.
And we hear stories from the Independent this week that the players have had a little get together, right? Thinking that, it's not good enough. We need to buck our ideas up. If this is them bucking their ideas up, then fuck me, are we in trouble?
No, listen. The guy he should have. The summer transfer window wasn't good enough in terms of we should have seen more players come in. We should definitely have seen more players go out. The transfer window was okay. It was pretty good. We got a good Partey out of it. We got a fantastic Gabriel out of it. And it should have been better. I agree. You should have got more players out of it. We should have got an attacking player as well, which didn't happen. I agree. Arteta doesn't have everything he needs. I agree. But at the end of the day, Colin, he has to do the best he can with what he's got. And at the moment, again and again and again and again, this is not just 1, 2, or 3 times. This is now 10 times. This is now 10 times in a row.
Sam, I agree with all of that. I'm not disputing it. But do you know what? I really don't know where to go with it anymore.
Where's the progress? We want to see progress, right? Where is the progress today in what he's doing today? Where is the learning from your mistakes? learning by doing. Where is the progress? Where is it? I don't see it anywhere. Can someone please tell me where it is?
There is no progress. And I said before the game, when the teams were picked at the end, I said if they put Xhaka in midfield in front of AMN and also El Neni, they might as well both leave in January. That's number one. Number two, also said that if you don't play, say, AMN on the right back position to give us some cover, because you can't play Bellerin and holding together. That is showing up more. If you keep making the same mistakes and expecting different results, that's madness. And we keep doing it. So, yes, I don't think he's had a lot of cards. Arteta. He hasn't been given a great hand, but every hand he gets given, he makes it even worse. So really, we've got to he's got to tear up his book.
I'm sorry.
And go right. Where are we?
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
Do you know what, lads? Yeah. Do you know what, lads? Yeah. I swear to God, I said this when I remember saying this right when Arteta got the job, right, and I'm just like, okay, you've gone with a young manager, you need to put all your eggs into it and back him, right? Now they've clearly not done that. Now we're at the stage where we're steering down the battle of a relegation dogfight right now. If they're not going to back Arteta, then they might as well get rid of him. Because ultimately, yes, Arteta's not had a great hand, but there's much bigger issues at hand than just the manager. If they get rid of Arteta, then the board are openly admitting that they're incompetent at their job. Because what kind of board gets an inexperienced manager, right, doesn't give him the tools to succeed, and then is surprised when it goes tits up?
All right, Colin, I'll give a counter argument, Colin. This is my counter argument to you on that. I'm not giving him money. They've just spent £50 million on a midfielder, right? And we still play Xhaka. So how does that work? Would you, if you had the money, would you give it to this team? Would you put money in this team? Because I wouldn't. I wouldn't have the confidence to do it. Because they're throwing good money after bad.
Exactly. They're playing the wrong players.
Still playing your decent players with crap. So what is the point of getting the decent players in the first place?
Well, another thing as well. Literally, Thursday night, players like Joe Willock, Reece Nelson, Smith Rhodes are coming on. Started, good performances, and their reward is with subs or completely decked out.
Yeah. I said this a few games ago, and I'm going to keep saying it. I would much rather see some of the under-23s playing in this team, and we still losing and not winning games. But I'd rather see them in there giving 110% and maybe not being able to do things fantastically 100%, but giving it their all, showing they've got passion and desire, and losing. And watching these bunch of bottle jobs here who just have no fucking concern or care in the world, it's just demoralising to watch them. Demoralising. I'd try to see the youngsters.
Adding on to what you've just said, how bad must Saliba be not to get into this side?
The kid, they don't think he's ready at all. Obviously, they don't think he's ready at all.
He's got to be very bad, hasn't he?
I don't think.
And that's the thing, that's the thing, Melvin. Right? There's things I'll give Arteta a stick for. Absolutely, right? But like, listen, I don't even know if I'm like Arteta in or Arteta out at this point. To be honest with you, I don't even think it makes a fucking difference, because ultimately, when you look at it, I'm watching this game, right, and honest to God, I'm looking at the players and they're just languishing around. That said, Arteta's not helped himself. That I will say. All right, he's not helped himself. He keeps playing these dead players, right?
I think he's lost it. I think he's lost the whole thing.
I agree, Ryan. I agree. Like,
how much longer to dig it out in then?
Clearly, he's lost the dressing room. In my opinion, we'd be better off getting rid of him, because these players
Get Allegri and fucking Allegri get fucking kicked at their ass.
Yeah.
I can tell you what.
We need someone with bollocks. We need someone with balls.
Oh,
I can tell you
Allegri,
what. I can tell you for a fact what Allegri would do with half of the squad. He would bin him at the first opportunity. Exactly. I can assure you.
Yes, you're talking about this. I don't think we ought to get rid of him at the moment. But I don't think this is an either or. I don't think we get rid of the manager or we get rid of the players. I reckon you could make an argument for everything going.
Yeah.
Both. Yeah. Here's the thing is, I don't have a
This is a results business. This is a results business. It's 6 losses. 6 losses.
No, I mean, you guys are all talking. It starts at the top. Just don't even. Arteta is just one of the pegs in this terrible thing that we've got going on here. It starts at the top, it trickles down, and this is what we're seeing. You can blame Arteta, like you said, all you want, but it's everything around him is just not right. He's not the one that's going to get the players in and out, right? No, so he can't be blamed for that. He's not going to be the one that provides the checks. He can't be blamed for that.
No,
right? He is the one that picks the team, right? He's the one that picks the team and picks the players. I mean, I've just watched a highlight here of the game, and they show who? Bellerin looking into the middle, staying in the middle, Son going to the outside. It's pretty clear as day to everybody in the world what Bellerin's going to do when he plays. He's going to do the same thing over and over again. He's going to put himself out of position, leave Holding all alone on the outside. We can't blame Holding for the wing back not being there. I mean, this is the same thing over and over and over again. I mean, this is a young coach not seeing what we see over and over and over again. I mean, it's like putting Saka out there, not expecting everything out of him like you would from a regular player, and then complaining when they mess up.
You know what it is? Arteta's a puppy, and we've got to take the puppy out. We've got to take him out, and we've got to put someone in, with more. I mean, we've got to put an experienced person in there. I mean, we've got to put him out of his misery, basically, because it is painful and it's miserable to watch. We've got to put him out of his misery. Arteta, thank you very, very much for your time, and you did say a lot of good things. You had a lot of good intentions, but sorry, it's not a job. You're just not doing the right things. Go to somewhere else, a different club who's not expecting as much.
Who are they going to bring in? Who are they going to bring in? Who are they going to bring in that's going to actually get the control that he needs? Who are they going to bring in?
I'll tell you what, right?
That's the one thing. They're not going to bring somebody in that can control the team like you want. That's the problem I see.
So what are we doing? So we're going to stay with Arteta and get into a relegation battle then? Is that the alternative?
I'm not saying that. I'm just telling you, based on what we've seen from the board, they have not been willing to give the reins up.
Here's the thing, right? There's one manager, right, that, well, actually two, really, that are not employed right now. Okay? I'm not saying that Arteta is fully to blame what's going on, right? But ultimately, he's the one that puts the players out on the pitch. Right? And clearly, the board are so inept at their jobs that they've appointed an inexperienced coach and just told them to go, you know what, let's just, basically just go paper mache bullshit, right? There's only one manager, in my view, that will at least try and give us some stability. And for me, it's got to be Allegri. It has to be. Because
you got Allegri. You've got Allegri.
You've got Allegri. You've got Pochettino. Even I know that's unlikely because of the Spurs connection, right? But don't tell me there's not available managers out there.
There are. I'm saying that. I don't buy this. Oh, who are you going to bring in argument? That's bollocks. Because there are managers who will come to us, to Arsenal, and yes, this to come into this right now is very, very, very difficult. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be really tough. But you got to come in and start from somewhere. And what you start with is you start with playing the right players and telling the fucking frauds like Xhaka, fucking Bellerin, fucking Lacazette, fucking Mustafi. You know, you tell these frauds you don't play anymore. Sorry, when I'm manager, you don't play. I'm playing someone else. That's the start. You got to do the right thing. You got to stop playing the players who consistently fail and consistently get you in this fucking position. That's the first thing. You got to have the balls to do that. It takes balls.
In addition, Sam, you have to get the recruitment side of it right as well. Because let's be honest, our recruitment over the past God knows how many years has been shit.
Yes.
The fact that Xhaka was signed for 30 odd million almost is a fucking disgrace.
No.
The fact that Mustafi was signed for that amount as well. I know he's not playing today, but still, if you're signing Mustafi for 30 million, Xhaka for 30 million, Lacazette for 50. I mean, for fuck's sake, man. This club as a whole, from top to bottom, is run like a shit show.
Well,
the thing about it is, I don't think that Arteta won't be a good manager. But right now, it's clear to me that he is out of his depth just based on what's going on above him as well.
Well, he needs to learn. He needs to learn at another club. He needs to learn. He needs to do all these mistakes he's doing now. He needs to do it at another club that doesn't have the ambition of getting into the Champions League or, you know, winning the Premier League title. Because what he's doing now is not anywhere near that level. He needs to go somewhere else where he can make all his mistakes, learn his trade, and then eventually end up at a top club. That is normally the way a manager will go. That is normally the way a manager goes. So this is the big fear we had when we took him on. Unfortunately, it looks like, you know, we've all been proven right. You know, everyone who said that he was
the thing about it is, Sam, right? I had this. I mean, all right, I was prepared to back him when he was appointed, right? But my biggest fear was that it was essentially an Ole Gunnar Solskjaer style of appointment where the board are like, well, you know, the last one that worked, let's just throw this guy out to the wolves and, you know, basically go a flip of the coin style job. And it clearly hasn't worked. That for me is on the board. But at the same time, Arteta's the one that is picking the likes of Xhaka, Bellerin, Holden, and all these other dead players that we all know are shit. Now, he should. Yes, he's learning on the job, but ultimately, we're more or less a year into his Arsenal career right now. Yes, we won the FA Cup. And while I appreciate that, and believe me, I do, you can't let one FA Cup cover up what has been an absolute shit show of a season. You can't.
Exactly. Of course.
So, the way I'm looking at it, just based on what this whole club's been doing over the last few months, if I was in charge, I would seriously consider getting rid of Arteta because he doesn't have the support around him. And it's clear to me that he is out of his depth because of that alone. And these players are down in tools again, like they've done for 2 or 3 years. So Arteta, unfortunately, it hasn't worked. We just have to cut our losses and move on. I'm not going to abuse the man because I think he's done. I think he's done what he can while learning on the job, but you're not up to it. I'm sorry, you're not.
I think we've got to hold it. We can't do anything this season. I'm sorry, I disagree. And I'll tell you something.
I'm not saying do it this season. I'm not saying doing it this season.
I'm not saying he hasn't made mistakes. He's made loads. But I'll tell you something. The 2 goals that Spurs have scored, right, were quality goals. Who have we got in our squad that can do that? And that ain't Arteta's fault.
No, it's not. That I'm not criticising him.
Should have scored. Absolutely should have scored. Aubameyang should have scored. He should have. That's the difference. He's had a good chance here. Aubameyang should have scored. You watch it, boys, in a minute.
Yeah, I've seen it. Literally in sync of you.
Sorry, he should have scored.
Aubameyang he's got no confidence whatsoever, and I was saying that's why he shouldn't be playing. I mean, he needs 1 or 2 games at least resting. He needs to be rested.
Any forward worth their weight in goal just says good morning to the ball. It must be a goal. Good morning. Must go in.
Yeah.
I mean, when Arsenal, obviously, I'm assuming everyone saw the thing that Arsenal put out yesterday on their Twitter and all their social medias, where Aubameyang's like looking down, his body down. Who thought that was a great idea to put that out the night before North London derby?
Nobody.
Your club captain is like, ugh.
That's his whole demeanour at the moment, isn't it? He shouldn't even be playing.
No.
There's a great header. I just saw it. Great header.
Yeah.
And, missed it.
Yeah.
Another unpopular thing by me. If Song or Kane would have been in that position, they would have scored. All right? I'll leave that with you.
Yeah.
Of course they would.
I mean, this is half a chance. Oh, bloody hell.
Oh, for fuck's sake, someone attack it, please. Not for,
They never did though, Ryan, did they?
No, they're just standing there, hoping the ball goes to them.
They're waiting for the ball to come to them every time.
They're being counted again. Yay.
Oh,
look, and the counter. Ball goes in.
that
Fucking holding.
could have been a back pass.
That could have been classed as a back pass. Yeah, we got lucky there. And then Green's having a fucking giggle. He's winning 2-0 and piss off.
Of course, he makes you sick, didn't he? It's another reason.
You know, the icing on the cake is this whole Thomas Partey situation we've got today.
Oh,
I mean,
unprofessional.
The guy was obviously, we knew the guy was injured a couple of weeks ago, and then we said we're not going to see him again till the new year likely. He's got a thigh strain. All of a sudden, for the North London derby, he can play. You're going to tell me that he didn't play injured?
Yeah.
What the hell is his medical staff doing?
It was the same
What
thing
the hell is his medical staff doing? What the hell is his medical staff doing? They need the sack as well.
Yeah, it was the same thing with David Luiz last week as well, Sam. Mind how he had that head knock with Raul Jimenez, right? Clear as day that David Luiz had a fucking concussion, and you could see through the fucking headband that he was bleeding. Why the fuck was he not taken off earlier? Exactly.
Well, actually, concussion protocols, from the way I've understood the way they work, with a concussion protocol, it's mandatory. You have to come off. It's mandatory.
Oh, look at that! You've been a dickhead now. You've been fucking weird. Pass it to someone who's not been closed down.
But this medical team we've got, guys. I mean, how many injuries have we sustained? How many stupid decisions do we make by playing players too early and getting injured again, and setbacks after setbacks after setbacks? So if you ask me, the whole medical staff need to go.
Yeah,
as well.
You guys are just talking. You're talking around the whole problem. It's a system is broken. You need to start from the top. The system is broken.
Who makes that decision? Of course, it's the owner and the directors who make that decision. I know, that's what I'm saying. They need to make these decisions and realise that the whole thing needs a whole clear out. It needs a whole clear out from top to bottom.
Yeah.
I mean, I do agree that you bring a different manager in there, he'll do things differently. I just don't think they're going to give him the power to do it. I just don't think they want it. They don't want somebody to say, no, you know what? You don't know what you're talking about. You're just the manager. You know, they don't want that.
Do you know what this board should do, lads, right? You know how you look at Liverpool, right? Jurgen Klopp has direct control of what happens. You know, he has a say at least on what happens at Liverpool, right? What they need to do in January, right, is find a manager that's experienced and get just say to him, look, we don't know the last couple of appointments have not worked as far as managers go. What they need to do, they just need to find someone who is experienced enough in the Premier League, and I'm not talking a foreign manager, because a foreign manager is going to take time to settle in and whatnot, and we don't have that luxury. So what they need to do, they need to get a Premier League proven manager that knows how to win games, and just say to him, look, you've got full control of what happens with the team. Because right now, that's the only way I see us moving forward. I've got to be honest with you.
There was this whole director of football stuff, and that's what I'm saying. It's useless. It's a useless system in football. The manager should decide who he buys and who he needs, not the director of football. I mean, for me, that whole setup is just completely mind-boggling for football.
Yeah.
You got someone called the director of football who buys players who he thinks is suitable, but what does he know? He's not even the guy who's every day on the training pitch seeing who does what and who doesn't do what, and but he's the guy who decides who we buy. It's absolutely absurd.
Yeah, you look at the top clubs as well, Sam, right? No one tell me that Klopp did not want Mo Salah at the club, because he did. Right, that little tongue-in-cheek comment saying, "Oh, I didn't even want Salah." That was tongue-in-cheek for the press. Like, Klopp obviously wanted Salah, right? You look at Pep Guardiola. No one tell me that Guardiola doesn't have full control at Manchester City on what players come in.
No, but they buy. They obviously buy who he wants. I mean, he tells them, and they buy him.
Exactly. Like, Guardiola wanted Joao Cancelo. Yeah, he wanted Kyle Walker. What happens? Those two come through the door. He wanted Ruben Diaz. Those two come through the door. He wanted Laporte. Laporte comes in. Like, this director of football shit, I'm sick and tired of hearing about it, right? Because ultimately, you look at... Because the problem is, we've got a few people at the top of this club who are self-serving and only look after their own interests instead of what's going on in the process of the club. It's as simple as that. Like, people can shake their head at that all they want, but the best run clubs are the ones where the manager has the say on what players come through the door. Liverpool, for example, Manchester City.
The manager's good enough, yeah.
Well, that's the thing. They've given him this first team manager role. He's not the coach anymore. He's the manager, so supposed to be have more responsibility and more deciding on what happens. But the January transfer window, we have to get in there. We have to make transfers in January. There's no excuses. There's we have to buy players in January and make some serious changes.
You have to bite the bullet. That's the thing, Sam. I don't want it to happen like with Arteta, because I think there's bigger problems. But ultimately, we're in a position where we don't have the luxury to just wait it out. So we might as well just bite the bullet.
Get Benitez in.
Isn't he with Chinese?
He's in China. Yeah, I'm sure he would love to come back to the Premier League. He would love it. Yeah. He would love Arsenal. He would love this. What we're in now. Yeah. This is bread and butter.
He never wanted to go to China in the first place, Sam. Right? Because I'm pretty sure that if Rafa Benitez was given the backing by Mike Ashley, he'd still be at Newcastle now.
He fell out with Ashley. He fell out with Ashley. That's the whole thing. I mean, Benitez loves the Premier League, loves the managing in England. He would come to Arsenal in a heartbeat. I'm sure he would.
Yeah, and here's the thing, Dublin. Yeah, you say that no club with a rookie manager will give him a free license. Well, my simple counterpoint to that is, why are we appointing a manager like that in the first place when we're not going to give him free reign? You're asking for trouble at that point, because if you're not going to give him free reign to buy the players he wants, you might as well just jack it in from the off.
Exactly. It's like, if he's not getting what he wants, what's the point?
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's been the problem. Nobody gets what they want. This has been This is the second manager who's had a chance to have a window open.
Exactly.
Second time we've heard that they want a certain player. We don't go out and get him. We get somebody else. It doesn't work out. I mean, you just set yourself up to fail every time, right?
Well, we got
Your manager tells you who he
players
wants.
wanted, just not enough.
You tell him no, and then it doesn't work, and then what? You know,
Oh
surprise!
my God.
No, this is.
And that's what here's
Watch
the
the
thing,
game,
Harry.
gentlemen. Just watch the game.
I am.
Bamiyang, poor control. Poor control. Just watch it, all right?
Do you know what the only positive of today has been?
Well.
Gabriel. That's it. I'm
He's
just saying
immense.
that now. Gabriel's
He's
been the only
immense.
positive. He's been the only positive today. I don't give a fuck.
But you know what? That's the only thing that has been up. That for 10 games straight. Well, 9 because he didn't play. You know, he didn't play in the one game he should have. But for 9 games that he's played, he's been the man of the match for us. And then it's somebody else has to show up and be better than him. Other than that, he's been a constant. I mean, that's what we get. We get the best out of him every game. Everybody else either can't do it because they're not healthy, can't do it because they just can't. They're just not that good, or they're sitting on the bench. I mean, we see the same things. I mean, we're broken records, fellas. We're saying the same things, looking at the same thing, and nothing has changed. And this 2-0 lead might be not even big enough for the board to make a decision that, you know what, we need to make a change.
Gary, I agree with you. We do need wholesale changes from the top to the bottom, but we've got to be realistic as well. We're not going to see Edu go. We're not going to see Vinay go. We're not going to see these guys go in the near future. So what we've got to do is we've got to do what's realistic. And the only thing that's realistic is changing the manager, trying to get something better from the manager. That's the only thing we can do.
Yeah, I mean, we want, but who's that? You know, my only question with that has always been, who do we bring? Are we going to bring in somebody, a yes man, or are we going to bring in an actual coach?
I don't care. I mean, the person who comes in has to have bollocks to do the things that need to be done. That's what needs to happen.
But
lads, you look at it, right? It's like I said earlier, there's no point appointing a rookie coach if you're not going to give him the foundations to work with. What this board has done is they've set Arteta up to fail from the off. Okay? Now,
get out of the way, Aubameyang. Just get out of the way.
With Arteta now, it's clear to me, watching this, the players are not responding to him. Now, we have to be realistic. Right? As much as I want these players gone, and I do, they are not going to sack every single one of the underperforming players. Because the fact is, it's a lot simpler to get rid of the manager than to get rid of a whole squad. And ultimately, that's what's going to end up happening. Arteta is going to be sacked probably between the end of the month or the end of January. That's what's going to happen.
I hope you're 100%
That's what's going to happen.
No, I hope you're wrong. I'll tell you what the frustrating thing is. You said Gabriel's been a good player today, but I'll tell you who's been just as good, Tierney.
Yeah.
You know what? But once again, you know what? We know these things. We know Tierney. We know Gabriel are going to be there for us every game. They're going to give 100% every game. We know this. They're going to be injured. They're going to still give us something. Any of the other players, if they have a neck, they're not giving us anything. I mean, that's why when we talk about captains, where do we go? Gabriel and Tierney. Tierney and Gabriel. Pick one. It doesn't matter.
Hector yet again in the attacking half gives the ball away.
Yeah, it's pathetic. And what about Slabios when what he just did?
Yeah, I know.
Slabios, what he just did. Disgraceful.
Misfits on his fourth quarter, by the way.
I wish I was. I'll tell you that. I wish I was.
You know what the worst thing can happen now, don't you? We get a goal.
A zombie apocalypse.
They get a goal, and we got hope, and then they drop us in it again. That will happen.
Oh, of course.
We get a goal. We can do this, boys. No, we can't.
To score a goal, though, we have to take our chances, Melvin, and create something.
True. Oh, yeah.
This is
You know
this is
what?
Arsenal at the moment.
If we're pathetic and we've got bad players all the way through and we've got no hope, I'll have to accept that. But we have got some decent footballers in this team, and they're going to be dragged down with the rest of them. We've got some really good talent in this team, and that's upsetting. And we've got some good youngsters just below the surface that we haven't heard of coming through as well.
Yeah.
The thing is, these players we're talking about, Melvin, are all non-related to Wenger. They have no influence from Wenger. All the players we talk about are not good enough. All have some sort of history playing under Wenger.
Yeah.
It's the same bollocks every fucking time. I'm fed up with it.
I don't know where to go with this anymore. I really don't.
We've got Burnley next, haven't we?
Next week, next Sunday.
Oh, we're going to struggle against them as well. Don't worry about that. We'll struggle against them. We need to do the right things here.
We are losing.
Oh my God, Bellerin!
We're losing that game. We're losing that game, lads. We are.
Well, no, the way we feel at the moment, and we've done it before, we just can't see where another win's coming, can you? You can't actually see it.
I'm not even trying. This is the thing. It's a North London derby. They don't even care.
They can't. They just can't be arsed. Like
that's what I'm saying.
I thought at least they would get. I thought they would get themselves up for this game, but fuck me, the majority of these players, they have no business being at Arsenal Football Club. It's as simple as that.
As I touched on a while ago about the interview with Aubameyang, that's sort of given us a warning sign yesterday. His body language, that's sort of been a warning sign to us that this is happening. Oh, I'm so sick of this. I'm sick. Because now we're literally. What a
ball from him! Oh my God, that was.
Remember Liverpool before Klopp came along? They were basically in and out of mostly the Europa League, and every now and then they pop into Champions League. We're worse than what they are. Well, sorry.
Yeah, we are.
They'll never.
You look at this team, right? I swear to God, our 15-16 team was better than this.
Literally, in Liverpool's worst period in that time when they were pretty much a Europa League team, never were they in a fucking relegation battle. We are in 11 games in a relegation scrap at the moment.
Yep.
Our rivals are Crystal Palace, who won today 5-1, and West Brom, Sheffield United, Fulham. That's who we've got to fucking look out for result-wise. Not Tottenham's, not your Liverpool's, not your Chelsea's, United, Cities. All the crap we give United as well, and Ollie, look where they are in the league.
United are in the top four with quite frankly, tactically, with no. Man United have a better squad than we do, Ryan. They do. They do. Like, this squad is absolutely crap. I'm not hearing anything else. Like, when I look at the three, right? I look at Chelsea.
Come on, Aubameyang, you got to
Chelsea have the best squad out of the three.
Watch Aubameyang, Ryan, the way he goes for it. No, he's got no heart, mate. No heart.
No, he doesn't care. Get the armband off him. Get him at the squad. And give it to someone that cares.
No heart. Sorry,
but they won't do that because they like to watch that. Don't have the bollocks apparently. Just 66 minutes in, 2-0 down. And I
don't even know why I'm still watching.
Oh, come on.
I'm just like, can this just not fucking end already?
Oh, that's the nearest we come to scoring.
Good save, though. Was that the keeper? Good save.
Unlucky that.
Also, if worse happens to Arteta tonight or whenever, whoever then replaces him with, Allegri, whoever, Benitez, whatever, they've got to come in straight away and name their captain, not have the players pick it, their captain, and go from that. Start as a mean to go on. None of this fucking. Oh, you guys, pick your best friend to be the captain, basically.
Bellerin, you're better than that.
He just doesn't.
You know what? When it was 0-0, I told you, didn't I? I said, people said we're comfortable. I said, no, they're not even trying yet. They know what they're doing, Spurs. Yeah. They're luring us in. First attack. That's what I said that would happen.
Yeah.
You know,
Both
well, I'm sitting
goals.
here as an idiot and I can see it. Why can't the manager see it? Or why can't the players on the pitch see it?
Literally,
I'm
both
sitting here
goals
like a
that
coconut.
both goals that
idiot.
Tottenham have scored have come from offensive mistakes from us, and they've countered us both times. And both times been on the right hand side. Goal.
As bad as this, as bad as this game has been, like Lacazette actually looks like he's doing more than he's ever done in these games.
Yeah,
I mean, he looks like he got punished for not playing well. At least that's what I thought he did. And he's come out today and he looks like he wants to. Aubameyang, like everybody has said, needs to sit. He needs to feel the pain of sitting on the bench, maybe not even being in the lineup, because he doesn't feel like he doesn't want it. I mean, you saw the cross, right? What does he do on the cross? He basically just kind of curls into a ball instead of attacking the ball. I mean, I know he's not good at a header. I don't know why we keep kicking these crosses because they're just terrible. Nobody on our team is anywhere close to most of them. 90% of the time, we're all running. We're never there. I don't know what the plan is, but it's whatever they work on in practice. They're not doing it in the game because nobody attacks the ball in the air. I mean,
shall I tell you guys something? Tierney, he knocks in good crosses all the time. All of those crosses he's knocking in are good crosses, but we don't have anyone who can meet those crosses properly and head them properly. If we had a proper, really good, aerial forward, like a Giroud or someone in that mould, we would be scoring a hell of a lot more goals than we are right now because Tierney's crosses are very good. There's nothing wrong with his crosses. It's the forward at the end of them that's the problem.
Exactly.
You watch all his crosses. All his crosses go exactly where they should do, into the danger area. They get beyond the defenders. They're right there in front of goal, and then we've got no one there to head them.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Danny! Give the fucking ball away.
So Tierney does what he's supposed to do.
Yeah. When Alpha in the chat, he said, "I'm pissed about but at least we didn't lose like Man United." The thing is, Man United had 10 men. That's a difference. This is our neighbours. This is a local derby. That wasn't a derby.
And you know what? Do you know what's pissing me off as well? What's pissing me off is you can see the Tottenham aren't even trying. It's like they're at about 70%. They're about 70%, and they're comfortably beating us.
Yeah. But because
you know what? Because they can tell that we've kind of turned it off. They can tell we're beat. I mean, we were beat after the first goal, and we're beat even now after the second goal. So they see a wounded animal. They're not gonna shoot it and put it out of its misery. You know why? Because it's better. It festers like it is right now. Think about it. If they went out and they won 5-0, something big would change. That's not going to happen now. 2-0. The board is looking at a 2-0 losses. You know what? It's just par for the course. That's we're going to lose some. This game was worse than a 2-0 loss.
The thing is, I'd love to hear what the board are actually saying after this game because 6 losses in the first 11, guys.
That's relegation.
That's relegation.
I'll tell you what they're saying. Can you pass the wine, please?
Where's the poached? Where's the poached salmon? Where's the poached salmon? Bring the poached salmon in.
Arsenal playing today.
Is the truffle sauce to your liking?
Is that caviar as good as the one we had last week?
When are we playing Spurs? Is it this week?
Has the season even started yet?
Oh, God.
Have you guys heard about this thing called COVID?
Tiny.
Oh, my God.
Oh, he's very
Apparently, he's only 19.
Yes, and he ages very well.
Can we sign him for cheap?
It's saying something. Things are that bad and making jokes about COVID now.
I mean, what do you want us to do? Like, come on.
Oh dear, got a fucking laugh or you'll cry. I don't know.
Don't stop the game. What just stop the game? Oh no.
Head injury. That'd be the claim.
Oh, it's giving me a head injury this game.
Yeah, that's a concussion. Yeah, that's a concussion.
Stop the game. Postpone the game.
That's a good
again.
one from Dublin. How's the
Ball hit him on the head. How can it be a head injury?
Yeah. Dublin in hand, that's a good one.
Oh my God. The ball hit him on the head from bouncing.
Yeah.
How hard can the ball be?
Oh yeah, Dublin in hemp is saying, "How's his?"
Oh my God! I got done. The ball hit me on the head. Did it? I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ.
We just need another training kit now. That's all we need. We've already got 5.
They'll be forced into a decision now. They will be.
They won't care. They don't care. They don't.
I know they don't, right? But the noise will be so
Jack has
loud.
got to get booked for that. He's got his customary yellow card, Jacker.
Yeah.
It's like his trademark, isn't it? You know.
Yeah.
Every time Arsenal play, right, you might as well put money on Xhaka getting a yellow card. It's easy money.
In other news, the world is round. The sky is bloody blue. The sea is fucking blue.
You know what? How many cards have you got this year? How many times have you been booked in the league?
Twice.
Oh, God knows.
Says on there. Saying on there
How can it be twice?
Twice? What?
That's what Sky are saying.
Exactly.
My God.
That's because he's barely played. Because you got to remember, he did.
Oh, so all our worries are over, boys. Nketiah's coming on.
Oh,
that's it. We're going to win now.
For Hector as well. We've got no right back now. Or wing back, sorry. Boy, you know, upset anyone.
Yeah, don't get it wrong, Ryan. You get slaughtered.
Oh, my fuck. Oh, dear.
pretty much.
I just see it now. I just see Xhaka did the job on, was it Son?
Yeah. Yeah. You see, that's what he should have done. That's what should have happened in the first 20 minutes of the game.
Just his customary Albanian chop there.
Yeah. Same again Thursday.
It's a very easy game for Spurs, this, isn't it?
It's just not.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't even feel like a derby.
Why did I think these players will turn up for Tottenham? Why did I think that? Fucking hell! I must be like,
That number 5 at Spurs can never get booked, can he?
Don't fucking mention that cunt's name on this channel, Russ.
Can you imagine it's gonna be? Can you imagine it's gonna be fireworks there, isn't it?
He's probably got the champagne out and ready to go. Like, hey, I was right all along. Told you all.
He should have been off at half time, Bella, and he's been absolutely wank.
Yeah. I love him dubbing heap. Loving you dubbing.
You know what? I already know what the reports are right now. And Nketiah comes on and doesn't help the team out. That's it. Not who he came in for or anything. Just like he did not perform today.
Who have we got on the bench though? Who have we got on the bench to change the game? Nobody.
No. All the players we do have available don't get played or benched unless it's a Thursday night.
Bloody hell! Bloody hell! This is depressing, isn't it, lads?
The long month ahead for us. I can't be bothered anymore.
I just don't. I don't even know where to go with this anymore. Like,
they're not even trying. 12 minutes ago, they're not even trying. They haven't tried at all.
I know it's like
they're all flying and don't care.
Nobody wants to look at the goal. I mean, are we not allowed to look there? Is that what it is?
We've got an allergy to goals.
Yeah. I'm sorry, lads, but Arteta's out of his depth. It's clear to see. It is.
Mm-hmm. And what makes it worse amongst all this is that lot, the ones that are beating us right now, are in a title race.
Oh, don't make it worse, Ryan.
It's sick as sweet to say, but they are. Let's be honest. Cool. We have to be honest. It is what it is. We slag Mourinho off and all that, and all these meltdowns that he usually has, and this, that, and the other. But he's got them ticking.
Yeah, And that's a good point raised by NW Arsenal. Actually, the only difference between the two teams is Kane and Son. Yeah, but while I agree with that, what Jose has done, and I hate giving the fucker credit because I hate his guts, but you can see what Tottenham, as much as I hate them, have an identity right now under Jose. You look at this Arsenal team, I can't see a single shred of identity with it. And unfortunately, that's on the footsteps of Arteta. It is, it's he's out of his depth. It's clear to see the players are not responding, and for fuck's sake, it's a North London derby and they're not even trying. Like, come on.
I mean, you can't say it's Son and Kane, and that's the reason. When if you look both times, they're running out on the wings by themselves. Anybody's going to look like a really good player if they get all that space. I mean, think about it. That's not them going out. That's not them doing something miraculous on the field. That's them getting all the time and space. Like in the last game, Arsenal got all the time and space they wanted. Things looked good. We're doing the exact same thing to Tottenham. We're giving them all the space that they need at the wrong times twice, and they punished us both times. You look at that. Holding has got first. He's got a first round.
That's the difference, though. Like, I might hate Jose's guts, but fucking hell, he's got Tottenham working in a way that they didn't under Pochettino. They look completely different. Like, they're playing like a title-winning team right now. They are.
Well, they're showing that point. They're showing this point of how important the manager is very, very clearly, because Pochettino, despite all what he did, he was well on his way out, and it was 14th or 15th place in the league. They weren't playing. They were losing games. Everyone was, like you're saying, looked like they were downing tools. It didn't look good, right? And they bring in Mourinho, and what happens? It takes a little while. It takes a few games. But then all of a sudden, Mourinho, he shows he's Mourinho and things are working, right? And what's he done, Mourinho? I mean, he hasn't done huge wholesale things, has he? He's brought in Højbjerg, he's brought in Regulion, and what else has he done? He's not huge wholesale things, but that Bergwijn, brought in Bergwijn, and it's not huge wholesale things. And the guy, look where they are now. So you tell me the manager doesn't have a role in this by getting the players to do the right things. And you look what he did when he came in. One of the first things he said to them, because Mourinho's got balls. The first thing he said to them, he said, "Listen, you're all too nice. You're all a bunch of pansies. You're all a bunch of pansies. You got to get nasty. You got to want to win."
The first thing he said, Sam, on that documentary, right, was, "You're too nice. You've got to be cunts." Like that. That's it. Like, what Jose's done, right, with that Tottenham team, in contrast to what Pochettino did in his last year, is nothing short of incredible, right? Because you look at that Tottenham team that got to the Champions League final, they should not have been in that Champions League final that year, let alone be in the conversation. Because how many games did they lose in that calendar year alone? So
yeah, they overperformed. They overperformed in the Champions League. I mean, they were lucky. They did well, and they were lucky at the same time, weren't they, to get that far?
Exactly. And the way Man City play, right? Of course, the way Potter's teams play, Tottenham are going to do well against City. But you look at the Liverpool route to the final in contrast to Tottenham's, right? Tottenham got Ajax in the semi-final, while Liverpool got fucking Barcelona. Yeah. So what Jose has done, I might hate his guts, but I have to applaud it. I can't not. Do you know what I mean?
Well, look at his credentials. He's won major trophies at every club he's been at, so you can't knock him.
It's like a 3 times.
I still think he'll be.
Yeah. So what?
I still think he'll be gone by 2021. But what will happen? Tottenham will have won a trophy by that. They will have.
But he's never been sacked for poor results.
Nope. He's
only been sacked because people can't stand working with him.
That's the
should have done Aubameyang, shouldn't he?
Yeah, open up his body or something. Bloody hell! It just makes it so easy.
He didn't want to jump. What do you mean?
I'll tell you what, Dublin, yeah.
He really did not want. He's got a height. He's scare heights. He's got a scare of heights, man.
Do you know what, Dublin? Yeah, I'd love to be a fly on the wall in that dressing room at full time. I would. Fuck the documentary part. I'd love to be a fly on the wall, full stop.
Aubameyang, look at him. He's just. I mean, what is going on with Aubameyang? What's happened to him?
I don't know. I
mean, he's worrying about hitting the defender, then jumping up and putting his head on the ball. That's what you know. What you got to put your blinders on, right? You're in the box. The ball's coming to you. The only thing on your mind is getting your head on it. I don't know much about soccer. I know that much. Somebody gives you the ball, you take it and you put it on frame. He doesn't want to do that. So if he doesn't want to do that, he can't play.
You know something?
Yeah, you're right.
He doesn't want to do it. Look, you've seen so many examples in this game alone where he's had opportunities to give 110%. He's given us 85 and getting taken off the ball. That's his ball in the air. I mean, that's how it works, right? It's your ball in the air. That's what strikers do. That's what scorers do. The ball's in the air. It's mine. I'm going to go get it.
That's all right. You've got to want it, though, and he don't want it.
Nope.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
I'll tell you who's been better this half.
You know what? If he's the captain, that's what happens. He doesn't want it. What other 10 people on that team wants it? They don't.
Lacazette's been good as well. Let's just highlight that as well.
No, that's what I said. I said he looks like he. You know what? He's been humbled. You know, he's been humbled. He got.
Who's this Northwest Arsenal guy? I mean, hasn't he? I mean, so what's Bellerin? What about Bellerin and Xhaka then? What is that? Well, he consistently playing them and then being shit and costing us goals. Yeah. What's that to do with it? And how's that not the manager's fault then for consistently picking them? How's that not to do with the manager? There's
things that the manager's at fault for, and there's things that he's not. But we're not. Here's the thing: we're not going to sack the entire team. We're not. Because it costs more. It would cost more to sack the entire team than to sack the manager. Now, that's the route we're heading in right now, whether people want to admit it or not. Arteta will be gone sooner or later. It will happen because the noise around the fan base will get so loud that the board will be left with no choice but to acknowledge it. It happened with Emery. It happened with Wenger.
There's no crowd. There's no crowd. That's a big difference, though, Colin. There's no crowd at the stadium.
No. It's got nothing to do with fans being in the stadium. But don't tell me that Arsenal don't monitor social media every second of every single day, because they do. They do. They'll look at that and think, you know what, we've got to make a change here. And that's what I can see them doing. I really can.
Our social media, Arsenal social media, will only look and put out the good bits, all right? We can get beat 6-0 a day. And they're saying that someone's had a baby. Yeah, great.
He's talking about they watch what's going on social media, and the fans are going to be absolutely in meltdown mode tonight, and they're going to notice that.
They will. Say that they won't is just. We know that Arsenal.
And they should be happy that there's no fans. They should be happy there's no fans there now.
Oh my God! If there was
fans there now,
oh my God!
I said to my son, I go to football with my son every week. And I said to him, next season, this was the last game against West Ham, which I didn't know it was obviously going to be the last game. I said, if Xhaka is in the team, I want to give up my season ticket for a year or two till he's out of the club. I cannot pay money to watch this guy put an Arsenal shirt on. And I will not do that. I will not do that. It's worked out strangely because we're not going.
It's all worked out, yeah. It's all worked out, yeah.
Oh, was that? Oh, no, I've been going for a long time. and that would have been the first time I've actually stopped going because of Arsenal reasons, because of losing my love for the club, because they're just taking the mickey out of us for playing this geezer every week.
It's just wrong, isn't it? It's just completely wrong.
The only way this fan base can hurt them now, as obviously can't go to the games, is literally not buy the merchandise every week. All those merchandise.
That makes no difference.
Don't buy it. And all this
it makes no difference, right? No one's. You know what I mean? It's a small drop in the ocean, the merchandise. Because the big thing is the people turning up 60,000 every week. What's the average price? 40 quid, 50 quid. That's where the real money is.
Yeah, and all the season ticket holders that have got a chance to go to games now for the next couple of weeks or whatever, don't bother. What's the point? Because they're not showing us any respect back.
Well, that is where they started to see it. Remember at the end of the Wenger era when the stadium got more and more empty. That's where it really started to hit them, and they decided to, call it quits with Wenger.
I'll tell you something. I'm very
biased. What pissed me off even more is that Tottenham, they're winning 2-0, they're going to win. I don't even they haven't, as we've said, they haven't even had to try.
Not at all. They're two attacks. They're two proper attacks. Don't score, Arsenal. Don't take the mickey out of us. Don't score and think we've got a chance, please. Oh.
You won't, don't be silly. As I said, we're allergic to goal. We're allergic to scoring goals because that means Hector has to plant trees. Remember. I mean, what coincidence? He puts all that during the summer, and guess what happens? You've lost more games. Every time he fucking plays, you lose. Majority of the games he plays, we lose. Exactly. What a coincidence! But hey, keep picking him up, Mikel. Keep picking him.
Yeah, keep doing it. Because one day he's going to have a good game, isn't he?
If he keeps picking him, he's going to pay with his job. That's the sad shit.
And here we go. They're coming.
Let them have their moment. Let them have their moment.
They're the best player by a million miles.
You know
he
what?
Won't book it. He's done him again.
Is it have their moment? Well, our moment was winning the league ground twice in our history.
Yeah, well, let them have their moment, Ryan, because right now they're better than we are. It's a sad shit.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
They mugged us today, and rightly so.
Yeah.
They mugged us. We knew it's going to happen. We said it, called it perfectly.
3 minutes
they did exactly what he said on the tin today.
Yep.
Saw the lineup. I saw how we're playing. Mugged us.
Yep.
And this is no different than the last couple of years. Teams will just sit back and wait for us to make mistakes, and then punish us every time on it because we're going to be so far out of position every time that they're just going to have their way with whatever they want to do. Same thing happened today. I mean, this is no. I mean, we're just we're seeing the same things over and over again. Same things over and over and over again. Oh boy.
Oh dear.
Yeah, man. I don't. Yeah, something drastic has to happen, but. I mean,
if the club don't act in the next 24 to 48 hours.
Do you really think so, Ryan? You think they're going to do something?
I'm saying if they don't in the next 24, 48 hours, they're still trying to see this out for the rest of the season. And the thing is, because it's a result now, 6 defeats out of 11, and being so close to the relegation, they need to act, do something somewhere along the line. So the longer this goes on, the big month ahead, we've got Everton away, Chelsea on Boxing Day.
We're not winning those games. We're not winning any of those games.
Burnley next week. We've got Southampton as well. We've got fucking amongst all that, a League Cup quarter final as well against City. Where's the points coming from? You've got Brighton at some point.
We're not winning those games. I can tell you that right now. We're not.
The more this form continues, more likely, but come New Year's Day or Christmas Eve, we're going to be in bottom 3.
Ask yourself this, lad. Right? Realistically, where's our next win coming from?
It's gotta be Burnley, or else forget about it. You can't beat Burnley, then don't worry about it.
Look at Everton.
Don't worry about it.
Are we going to beat them? No, Gary. Are we? Because I just don't see it.
If we don't beat them, then Arteta is going to be gone. We'll be back in square one again. We're going to have an interim manager, whoever, and then we're going to bring in somebody who can say yes to every word they want. And then a year from now, we'll be doing the exact same thing.
And in the meantime, the fans need to start putting pressure on the fucking nuts of Joss and all, get his dad to set up and move on because this isn't good enough. Because out of the two,
it's nothing to do with football with this man, this owner.
They only want it out of the two, out of the son and father. The son has always wanted it's full time, by the way. The son wanted to set up when obviously he was on that off, and Stan didn't. So Josh has to force the issue now because this is ridiculous. So be excited. What for fucking relegation?
Josh said, "Be excited, yeah." From me ahead.
Oh my God! Tell me.
I'd like to say to Josh, "Fuck off with your be excited, mate."
So wait a second. Yeah. So Kane just did it again, right? He just did it again, right? He does what he always does, right?
Of course he does.
No shock.
And it happened. I mean, we can't have it. It can't happen to Gabriel. That's the one guy it can't happen to for us.
You just know Mourinho's loving this as well. That's the worst thing.
Oh yeah. Well, cue the complimentary dig at Arsenal fans from Mourinho.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing, right? Twitter's going to be fucking cancerous tonight.
It'll be from now. I can go on there now and have a look because I've also sent Albert's on us.
Right, it's going to be cancerous, right? And the amount of people that are going to be calling for Arteta's head, like
I'm updating now, so let's have a look.
I just don't see how the board can't act like they have to at this point. They've got no choice.
Well, the thing is, right? If it, when Arteta's obviously not doing what he's supposed to be doing, we're not improving, we're not seeing any progress or change, right? Then how are we? I mean, we're talking about a trajectory here, right? We're 6 losses out of 11. So if we keep going in that direction without things changing, we are looking at a very, 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 very poor season. And at what point then do you just cut your losses and say, okay, this has been bad enough, we need to do something else. We just need to bring in someone to do something differently because this is just an absolute failure. They have to be able to, at some point now, say this is just not good enough. There's no progress. He's not doing what he's supposed to be doing. All the players, there's 2 players now. There's Gabriel and there's Tierney, basically, looking like the only 2 players who give a fuck. And where is everyone else? Where is everyone else? The club captain looks like he doesn't even want to be anywhere near the club. And there he is, every game just doing nothing. I mean, it's an absolute shame. We're playing a player who's injured, who we knew was injured, who's not supposed to be playing until the new year. All of a sudden, he's coming back into this game because we're so desperate to have him there. It's an absolute shit show. And I'm sorry, this is Arteta. Arteta needs to take responsibility for this.
Yeah,
but he's playing it's not as if we've got one goalkeeper and he's half injured, so we've got to play him. We're playing a midfield player when we've got 3 or 4 that can take his place anyway.
Exactly.
Not as good as Partey, but why take the bloody... It doesn't make sense. It's so unprofessional. You're making a rod for your own back, Arteta. I want you to stay. I want you to do well, but even I'm losing patience with you now.
The thing is, the one guy who should be playing, El Neni, he's on the bench.
Exactly. I'm done, right? Because ultimately, right, here's the thing. I want him to do well as well. But when you're consistently picking the likes of Bellerin and Xhaka in the Premier League, right, and every single one of us on this watch along tonight knows that Bellerin and Xhaka are not fucking good enough, yet he continues to pick him. You can only look so far in regards to that. I'm sorry, but to me, Arteta is out of his depth, and if I'm honest, if it were up to me, I'd pull the trigger tonight. I would. I get no pleasure in saying that whatsoever. But what are we meant to do? We're staring down the barrel of the gun of a relegation dogfight right now. And unless we make major changes, we're going to be in the bottom 3 by Christmas. what else can we do? Like, we're fucked.
It's just tweet here from Danny, just gone out from Burkamp Wonderland. Says 11 shots at goal away from home, 69% possession away from home, 87% pass success away from home, 9 corners away from home. Lost 2-0, you say? They only had 2 shots on target, you say? They won 2-0, you say? Where they played Arsenal. Anyone surprised? Question mark.
No.
Exactly.
No.
That sums it up.
Danny's sound, and he's got that spot on, man. He has.
Oh,
I don't even want to talk to my fucking brother tonight, and I know he's going to. I mean, I wish I could just switch my phone off and like.
You know what?
Do you know what I might do? I might just get the noose in my fucking cupboard and be done with it.
Yeah, Ryan. Cheddars has just come in with a comment that's actually quite good there. He said, Arsenal fans last season said, without all the goals, we'd be bottom half. This is exactly what we're seeing, right? No Aubameyang goals, so where are we?
The irony. He's in the team.
Oh my god! Do you know what? I want to be angry at that comment from Cheddars, but I can't. Like, no.
Oh dear! I wonder if Albert will actually turn up then, because he was saying he wanted to come.
I'm telling you now, lads. We'll be in the bottom 3 by Christmas. We will be. At this rate, it's looking that way.
Yeah. Oh, here he goes. He's back.
Oh look, he shows up. Look.
Oh, how nice! Oh god!
Oh dear! Not really that much better. We had the ball and all possession. We didn't do fuck all with it.
It doesn't matter if you can't do anything with it. That's the thing. Oh. And this is the thing we said at the start.
Oi, Steve in the chat, yeah. Close your mouth. Close your mouth with that, yeah. Close your mouth with that. That's the booze talking. Put the alcohol down.
Put it down. It's away from the alcohol.
Calm down, bruv. Calm down. It's not bad.
But remember, we said this at the beginning of the season, though. You know, our problem. We knew our problem was going to be when we're playing teams, not necessarily Spurs, but the teams where we have possession, we have the ball. We're supposed to have, you know, the attacking, you know, impetus, and we're just hopeless at it. We can't attack for toffees. You know, we have no idea what we're doing.
Well, of course not. Don't be silly. That means their brains.
What a shambles! It's a complete shambles. But at the end of the day, the buck stops with Arteta, guys. That's the way it works. We can't say Kroenke go, you know, sell the club, or Edu go hang your hat up. You know, it's the buck stops with Arteta. It's his responsibility, and he is the one. You can spin this a million ways, and you'll see various people spin it a million ways. But he's the one who chose Bellerin again. He's the one who chose Xhaka again ahead of Elneny. He's the one who decided Partey could play injured. He's the one who decided that we could play. We've got a strategy that there is no strategy basically for an attacking strategy. It's just hitting hope and crossing hope to someone who can't even fucking head the ball. All of that aside, and he keeps playing the same dull tactics again. We're playing 2 deep-lying midfielders again in a game. We should at least try and do something. It's just there's no progress. We're going down instead of up. I just can't see how in any world this is going to be different going forwards. How is this going to be different? We're going to keep doing the same. So he's got to go. The guy's got to go. I'm sorry. I don't say it lightly. I was willing to give him a chance, you know, to basically till now. I was willing to give him a chance, but today he showed me with the lineup, with everything that's happened, this is the same thing again and again and again. There is no ability there in him with the lack of experience, you know, his lack of being a top-level manager to actually do the right things, take things by the scruff of the neck and do things. He can't do it. He's gone. He needs to go.
A great tweet here from somebody who I think a lot of us know, James Johnson from Purely Arsenal. The last sentence is brilliant. He says, I've gone from 2 doubles, the Invincibles, to playing a 6-pointer against Burnley next week.
Oh, God.
That is where we are, I'm afraid.
Lads, I'm telling you now, like something needs to change, right? Whether that's the manager or whether that's the board putting their eggs into one basket or something, I don't know. But right now, I can't see where our next one is coming from. I really can't. By Christmas, I can, honest to God, by Christmas, I can see us being in the bottom three. I really can, because that's how shit we are right now. And
listen, Colin, I don't care if we're the bottom three at Christmas. I don't want to be there in May. That's more of a problem.
Look, yeah, but neither do I, Melvin. But you're looking at it and you're thinking you can only look so far. Arteta's the one ultimately that's still picking the likes of Jacob and Bellerin, and fucking. Why is? I want him to do well, but he's making the same fuck up mistakes time in and time out. And at a certain point, you just have to cut your losses and be like, yo, it's not working.
I want to know what they do when they train and they're coached, because it doesn't seem any different week in and week out to me.
No.
I mean, do they just do sprint?
They take pictures. What do you mean? It's a picture shoot. It's a photo shoot. I mean, what are you talking about?
They train a lot. They train a lot on a different, using a few touches and passing and things like
fellas,
that.
I gotta jump on another pod and try and talk up. Talk people up the ledge.
Good luck. Cheers, Gary.
Cheers, Gary. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you, Ryan.
Thanks.
Thank you, Mervin.
No,
All right. Thank you. All right. Oh, jeez.
Anyway, Melvin, my question to you is, and I realise if I'm reading you correctly, you don't want to sack Arteta at this point. Is that correct? You want to keep
Correct.
Right. Okay, that's fine. Of course, nothing wrong with that. I just want to ask you, what is it you're seeing at the moment? Like, for example, with the selection today, the same tactics never changing. What is it you're seeing that's telling you this is going to change?
Right, selection today, I give him 0 out of 10. I agree with you. 4. Selection of Party, most certainly, when he wasn't 100%. That's 0. Obviously, picking, obviously, the Jackers of this world, the Bellerin, the holding next to him, couldn't have played. Even Lacazette to a degree, because I don't believe Lacazette's really been up to it the last. He might have played all right in midweek against, with no pressure on them. That's fine. And also Willian as well. Listen, they're obviously what I'm seeing at the moment. I hate what I see at the moment, and that comes from Arteta. I agree, but I'm hoping and only hope that this is a big one, a big blip, because he was getting things right and now he's getting them wrong. I want him to be hurt so much after this game himself that he'll suddenly wake up and smell the coffee, because at the moment he's not. He's just doing it again and again and again. Does he think it's magically going to come round? Right. I don't know. But now is the time he's got to wake up. If given another 4 or 5 weeks, it's still like this, and the players look like they're dropping tools and they're never going to get any better, it looks like. I don't want it to happen, but Arsenal got to make a decision. At the moment, I don't think they have to, not for the time. It's 10 games in. We can go another 5 or so games in, just to see if, the momentum's against us 100%. Let's see if he can turn it. He might be the person to do that. Who knows? But he's got to learn, because at the moment, whatever he's trying is wrong, and he's not trying anything different. He's got to try something different. We've got players that have to be tried. Step up. Players that are in the reserves that don't get the chance. They can't be worse than what we've got, because they're not playing as a team. The other night, we saw us playing as a team. All right, the opposition wasn't good, but at least we're playing football and playing like a team. We're getting mugged off by teams that are better than us, and we're getting mugged off by teams that are worse than us. And that cannot be allowed to happen for much longer. I think we ought to give him another half a dozen games, because even if we lose every game, which it feels like at the moment, I don't think we will. Even if you lose the next 6 games on the trot, something can be done then, and then we can still get out of it. I think it's just not knee jerk, but it's a little bit too early for me to get rid of him, because I think he's got something, and he's got to learn to turn the corner and show us that he has got it again. So that's the reason why I'm just hoping we don't sack him tonight, tomorrow, whenever. Hope we give him at least 6 games. 6 league games, all right.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, I can see what you're saying. It's just for me, from my perspective, I just can't see how he's going to change anything. I just can't, because it's just not been happening, you know. And when he gets a chance to keep using Xhaka and Bellerin instead of using someone else, he keeps using them, and it's letting him down. His own team selection, it just lets him down all the time. You know,
he's making it hard for himself, Sam, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly. Very much so. And I want him to succeed. I was willing to give him a chance. I said, when Arteta was hired, I said, okay, it's very strange to hire someone with no experience, even though he has, you know, a very good reputation. He seems to have a lot of talent. You know, people speak highly of him and all that. But still, at the end of the day, the guy has no experience at the top level. So I thought that was very strange. It meant I felt a little bit skeptical, but I was willing to give him a chance because I'm saying, okay, let's see what you can do. You know, because at the end of the day, the proof is in the pudding, right? If he does something brilliant, great, fantastic, amazing, you know? And he had showed some decent signs. And then now, unfortunately, the lack of experience, the lack of, you know, high top level ability, shall we say, as a manager is shining through. You know, those cracks are becoming bigger. You know, there's more and more water seeping in, and he's a sinking ship. You know, unfortunately, that's what he is. And I don't like to see it. I really don't. I hate to see it. Do I think it's good for Arsenal Football Club to keep changing managers? Absolutely not. That is not, a good policy. But you have to cut your losses when it's not working, and especially when you're really on your way off the edge of a cliff. You know, you gotta cut your losses before you actually fall off the cliff, in my opinion.
Right.
And what I'm seeing right now is I'm seeing us falling off a cliff, and I want to stop it before we fall off the cliff.
Can't disagree, but what I think as well has happened, Sam, and this is going against my argument, if you like, we've been found out. We're easy to defend against because all we do is attack from the wings. We've got nothing going through the middle.
Nothing in the middle, nothing.
So therefore, right, if you're a manager of another team against Arsenal, all you've got to do is have two players on the wing, not just like one right back, and that way you stall all of our attacks. Nothing can happen. I agree. Basically, he's played. Plan A is fine to a degree. Once he's got found out, you need plan B and C, and it seems we haven't got plan A anymore really at the moment. So it's so destroying.
Well, what I'll say, what impressed me with Arteta, why. I said this before, I gave him a lot of praise because when he first started, things were a bit wobbly. And then he identified a way of shoring up our defence and making our midfield more solid by going over that 3-4-3 type of hybrid formation that switches, a bit according to the phase of play. And that did make us a lot more secure, especially without the ball. We weren't getting thrashed anymore. And that, in a way, again, it's hard to explain, but that way of playing suited very well playing the top teams, being able to soak up the pressure like that and attacking, and then at that time Aubameyang still being able to be clinical, it meant we could win those games against Liverpool and Chelsea because we could soak up pressure and be clinical on one of the maybe 2 or 3 chances we got, and that suited us very well then. And then all of a sudden, when Aubameyang's lost his form, other players' form has dropped. Our attacking play is not really working. That's where things have really started to go downhill. And instead of trying to really change it around and at least, not use the players who keep performing, underperforming and performing poorly, that's where he's losing it for me, because the first thing you've got to do is drop the players who aren't playing well. That's what you've got to do. For me, I would rather play an under-23 player. I'd rather play a Willock, a Smith Rowe, a Nelson, someone like that, than a Willian or a Lacazette or whatever, because I would rather see a youngster given a chance who's got passion, got desire, than someone who's 33 years old and couldn't give a fuck. He's just getting his money at the end of the day anyway, We need to see that change and that willingness to change and adapt. And it's not happening now with Arteta. He's not adapting.
I've got a question for you all. Come January, I'm not saying it will happen, probably won't. Would you take 20 to 25 mil for Aubameyang? Would you take 20 to 25 for Laka? Would you take 15 to 20 for Eddie.
I would still.
Yeah.
I would actually be prepared to do some wholesale changes and bring in some new blood. We need it. We really do need it.
Laka and Oba, yes, I do think that because
Right,
I cannot explain it. I can't explain it, right? But for some reason, Oba just looks lost. Like he looks a shadow of the player he was. Lacazette, well, he was better today. Let's be honest. For the last 2 years now, he's been, hit and miss. Eddie, I don't think is good enough for Arsenal. At least I actually think that Balogun's the better striker out of the two, so I'd probably sell him as well. But you look at this team, you're just thinking there's nothing there. Like there's absolutely nothing there. Like I don't know where to go. Do I want Arteta sacked? No, of course I don't. I want him to succeed, but you can only look so far. I don't know. I'm mystified right now.
look at the blunt facts that Ryan's got on the screen here. I mean, that's blunt facts.
Yeah.
I was just about to mention that there. Literally, this is from Statman Dave over on Twitter. Someone the Goon Review tweeted it or something. I don't remember. But Arsenal have created just 210 Premier League chances under Mikel Arteta. The only teams to create less since his appointment are either newly promoted teams or have been relegated.
That is 100% on Mikel. Like you can only look so far with that.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Albert.
Or
Yes,
evening.
no,
Evening.
I said, good to see you guys, man. I thought I see Collins. I thought I got to come on, man. Collins on, man. See what Collins said.
Oh,
But
you're just getting all like, touchy feely just because I'm on, bro.
Ryan, talk to me, man. Seriously, talk to me.
As I said during the stream, I'm sick of it now. I'm literally Partey clearly wasn't fully fit. Why start if he wasn't fully fit?
Crazy decision to play him.
And then literally, what's the point making this up? Literally, whistle went, and may as well just gone half time. They're making this up at half time. I mean, literally, Bellerin can't defend. He plays the whole 90 minutes. He's basically him and Holding are to blame for the first goal because they can't defend. And Buddy Hector just trots back, goes central, and leaves the fucking wing. As I keep saying, I've seen it live and I'm seeing it now. And I'm not even fucking there. It pisses me off. Yeah, it constantly is his favourite. Arteta has his favourites, and Hector, sadly, is one of his favourites. Whatever you want to read into that, the reasons why.
Guys, you see the first goal, yeah? Because I've seen a lot of people sort of not I won't say going on Leno. That's the wrong word. But do you think he was a fool for the goal a little bit?
No.
What could I do? He tried.
I didn't think that. Because the thing I concentrated on, I saw. Oh my god! I don't even want to swear.
It was Bellerin and Holding.
Yeah, sorry,
position.
Holding.
Go
on. Sorry, Bellerin and Holding. Man. Yeah, sorry, Mel. Go on.
No, you. Only.
Yeah. Bellerin and Holding. I'm sorry, but Rob Holding's got to commit there. Bellerin's got to see the run of Regulon on the left. Yeah. Why are you letting the guy come eight? Like, I can't understand the defending. What's going on?
Albert, when he took that shot,
yeah.
When Son took that shot, and it was a fabulous shot.
Yeah.
An Arsenal player within 10 yards of him.
Yeah, no. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And the second goal, both goals came from our attacks, but the second goal, the Red Sea party to let Lo Celso run through the middle.
Yeah.
I can't believe the way we're defending. It's shocking. I mean, if you never even watched the game and you think Arsenal have had 69% possession of the ball and about however many shots at goal, but then you actually watch the game, you think, I'm seeing two completely different things here. Because we didn't create nothing. We didn't make Lloris work. We didn't target Serge Aurier, who is rash and it was a red card waiting to happen.
Exactly.
We didn't do anything. Nothing.
Exactly. We didn't. No. Tactically, it was inept. Tactically inept.
We called it before the game.
Yeah.
I put out a tweet going, if it was El Neni, or if I was El Neni or AMN, I would leave in January if I can't get in this midfield.
Spot on.
Because Xhaka for me and never ever be a player. And also, I don't want to see Bellerin and Holding together. It doesn't work. Against the poor teams, it doesn't work, let alone the quality attack that Tottenham have got. It should never happen. And and when we saw Partey playing, how many of us said, "I hope he's fit. He may not be fit."
Yeah.
It's not, and it all came to fruition. I'm sad to say we were right.
Yeah. Yeah, the team lineup set the tone for the game for me. I'm sorry, because all right, you thought, you know what? Because I was dead set that he would play 3 centre backs. He didn't. We went with a 4. We played Lacazette in the withdrawn role. Nothing's different. Home or away, we're the same. There's no combinations work up front. 3 on player of 2, someone in the hole. Nothing seems to work. Aubameyang. The funny thing with Aubameyang, guys, right? From the snips I saw at Dortmund, and obviously when he came to Arsenal, I thought to myself, you know what? Yes, he's a great goal scorer and he's an elite striker in terms of getting goals, but this guy doesn't really do a lot, And that's not even going on today. That's just generally watching Aubameyang play. As a striker, like I just think, all right, when you score goals, what else do you offer? And I don't know what's happened. Like Colin said before I came on, I don't know what's happened to him. I generally do not know, other than just not scoring goals. I don't know what does he do with his team.
But it's not just that, Albert.
Yeah.
Have you noticed in loads of games, even last season, his first touch is poor.
Yeah.
And he gets away with it sometimes.
He's just unmotivated. It's like he doesn't want to be there now. It's like he does. There's no motivation there whatsoever. He plays like he doesn't want to be there. There's no desire. And he's our captain, and that's what's so wrong about it. We need to. And this is what we're talking about. Going back to the manager again. We need someone with some balls who can just do the right thing. Fucking stop making these same idiots who have no desire for the club to be captain. Having these ballots in the dressing room of who's going to be captain, them deciding themselves. We need a manager who can be a manager. Take the team by the balls and say, Xhaka, sorry, under 23s, you're not playing anymore. Mustafi, not playing anymore. Bellerin, sorry, get your agent on the phone, get a different club, you're not playing anymore. And just take these tough decisions. Well, they shouldn't even be tough, but just be tough about them. And just do the right thing. Play Maitland-Niles as a right back until we get in someone else.
Yeah.
Never play Xhaka again. Today, El Neni, the player who should be starting together with Partey, if you're going to have 2 holding midfielders, he's on the bench. Xhaka, who's always poor, gets a start. And I said straight away, why are we playing 2 deep-lying midfielders? There's going to be no creativity in the middle. We're going to be lying too deep, far too much space between them and the attack, and nothing ever happens through the middle. We're just a gaping hole. And then on top of that, again, it's like Lacazette. Sorry, it was interesting trying him in a similar role as he had on Thursday, but it's like, sorry, you're not good enough, and it's just there's all these decisions on top of each other that culminate in that Arteta is not. He's in too deep. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's making the same improper and poor decisions again and again and again, and it directly affects the results. I'm sorry. Yes, the players are supposed to play, but when you're playing the wrong players with the wrong tactics, what do you expect? And that is down to the manager.
Yeah, 100%. I couldn't believe. I actually, in my preview, with Ryan, I said I thought the midfield would be in the middle. If obviously Partey wasn't fit, I went for El Neni and Ceballos. So I couldn't believe Xhaka started, and I couldn't believe Ceballos was on the bench. To me, that it made no sense, irrespective of whatever formation you played. I can't understand that lineup. And Xhaka set the tone within the first 2 minutes when he did that ridiculous tackle on Harry Kane, a spear tackle. Like, what
God.
is that?
Bro, this isn't the first time though. Like,
no, I know, Colin, mate.
This has been 5 years, and do you know what? Honestly, like, bro, would you, if it was up to you, would you make a decision now? Like, being real with it now, would you make a decision now on Arteta?
Colin, you know what I said? I said if this form continues, he'd be lucky to see the new year.
Yeah.
Because I know we've got Burnley at home next, but we're not even.
We're not winning that, bro. We're not winning that. I can tell you that for a fact.
That could be the nail in his coffin, lads. If we're not beating Burnley at home, that's got to be the nail in his coffin. Seriously, that's got to be the nail in his coffin.
I mean, I want him to do well, man. I do, but you can only look so far. Like, I try to give him leeway to the maximum level that I can, but we've created the only sides that have created less chances than us that have either been relegated themselves or they've just been promoted.
Exactly.
That then is about the manager, right?
That's the way we play. It's the way we play.
That's nothing to do with the players. Yes, the players should be lambasted for not trying in a derby, but ultimately, chance creation is on the manager.
Systemic.
And if we do not beat Burnley at home, which I don't think we will, he'll be gone.
And the difference, as you're saying, Colin, and we're going to cut. Sorry, Mel, we're going to come to you. I know you're waiting to say something. Just finish exactly what you pointed out there, Colin. You were so right. Why it's down to the manager is because then when you see the lack of chances over this long period of time, then that is just not one game here or one game there. That is systemic. That is systemic failure, right? And where does systemic failure come from? It comes from the manager. That's where systemic failure comes from. Sorry, Melvin, I saw you was itching to say something. What was you going to say?
No, I'm just saying a friend of mine phoned up, and I can't believe it. He blames the goalkeeper for the first goal. I don't.
Huh?
No.
I mean,
too easy.
Did he not see Bellerin and Holden parting like the Red Sea? Like, man could stick a ring donut in that hole that was so big.
You know what? We're not even. It's been outperformed the last few years. We're not clever enough in giving away fouls.
No.
We give away fouls and get caught in positions that don't matter. Spurs, through Mourinho, have learned to give away fouls where it matters. And that, when we look like we're going to get somewhere, bang, they pull us down, they hit us, they half foul us, and it's good enough to stop us in there.
The sad thing is, lads, listen, we might hate to admit it, but we have to be honest. Spurs are challenging for the title now. They are.
They are. Literally, guys, I'll do something for 2 minutes. We're back in 2 minutes, so continue, guys. I will be back though.
Yeah.
Sorry about.
Listen, they're top of the league, but I don't think they're good enough to win the league.
I think Chelsea.
They won't win it, but they are challenging.
I think Chelsea.
They're challenging, but they're not.
They are challenging. They won't win it, but they're challenging. Like,
listen, they get found out. Spurs. One day, some manager go, "We're not going to play cat and mouse with them. We'll play our own game, and we beat them at their own game." I mean, like someone just said, if Spurs played Bolton, neither the team would have taken the kickoff, would they? They just, wouldn't give anything away, and it'd be a bit like that. I really think he's very clever. Mourinho was the first one that had a go at Spurs years ago when he was Chelsea man. He was just saying parking the bus. He's the first one that came out of that expression, and he was livid about that. He got upset, but he does it very well. He does.
That's his whole management career, mate. He does.
Right, he works.
He's done that. He's done that with Porto. He's done that with Inter. He's doing it at Tottenham. Simple as that.
It's mad.
He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. Mourinho knows what he's doing. You've got to hand it to him. He's a narcissistic psycho, but he knows what he's doing. He knows how to set up a football team to win, right?
Yeah, it's typical. It's typical, Sam. Like 31% possession in it. It's they go 1-0 up within 15 minutes. It's tailor made for them. Tailor made.
This is what Mourinho says. This is Mourinho. This is where Mourinho is so clever. Mourinho has designed tactics where you don't need to have the majority of possession. It doesn't matter if you have 20%, 30%, 15%. You don't have to have majority. All you need to do is be direct and clinical with your counter-attacking. And that is where Mourinho is very good. He puts that emphasis on the counter-attack and it works, and like Colin said, and I've said it before as well, Mourinho has been successful. He's won big silverware at every club he's managed. Yes, he outstays his welcome because he's a narcissist. He puts himself first. He's difficult to work with, But at the end of the day, he wins, right? And he wins. He'll win a few trophies, and then he moves on. And that's probably what we'll do with Spurs. I hope not. I really hope not. But he'll probably win a cup or something. He'll probably win a cup or something with them and move on. Something like that. But anyway, it is what it is. He's showing now that he knows what he's doing. Everyone was saying
he'll win a trophy with that lot, right? And he'll be hailed as a legend at Tottenham. That's it, right? Because what's ingrained in their head is 2008 in the Carling Cup. If he breaks that,
Mourinho has done in one. I don't know how long he's been there. Year and a half. In one and a half years, what we haven't done in 10 years. He's actually got a destroyer in midfield. Yeah, Højbjerg.
Yeah, Højbjerg is very good.
Destroyer. He's not a proper footballer, but he does a great job. He destroys.
And Dombele is good as well.
And we could have done with him.
And Sissoko as well. As much as bang average as he is, Sissoko, what he is an athlete as well. We don't have a player like that in this team. We don't.
He's not as good as Højbjerg. It's made a big difference, Højbjerg. We had a podcast with a Southampton support before we played them. Was it this year or last year? I can't even remember. All the season muddled up. And he said that Arsenal were favourites to buy him. We said, is he any good? Because I've seen a bit of him. He goes, yeah, he's tough. I said, why would you go on to get rid of him? He doesn't, his face doesn't fit with a manager. And I was expecting that perhaps that might happen. But when Spurs bought him, I thought, well, that's interesting. And he's actually the team big time.
Yeah, I was quite surprised when Spurs went for him. But you know what? And I think the thing that concerned me before today's game was the midfield, because I thought, to be fair, the Tanguy and Dombele had been showing signs as to why Tottenham bought him in the first place, because he looked a player in recent weeks. And when we realised he wasn't playing, I thought, you know what, that's a touch for us. But he wasn't even playing him. It's still like they sort of kind of cross the midfield. It's bleak, man. And Arteta's substitutions again. I've got to look at him, man. I mean, one was enforced. And the second
playing Partey was just complete nonsense.
And the second sub he didn't make till what? When did he bring Eddie on? What, 10 minutes ago?
Something like that. Yeah.
Well, we're 2-0 down.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know what's going
on. Again, it's down to the manager. It's down to the manager, and it's just not changing. And for me, the guy, as I said to Melvin just before you came on, Albert, I said, we're on our way to falling off a cliff. We've got to stop it. We've got to stop this train from whatever analogy you want from falling off the cliff. We just got to do it because unless he suddenly wakes up tomorrow and realizes he has to, change half the team and change the tactics of what we're doing, it's just going to continue, mate. And I tell you what, and at home against Burnley, a team we should absolutely be beating easily. If we're struggling in that game and we end up losing that game, I mean, how can you, in any realm of any universe, say Arteta needs to continue?
And the thing is go on, Melvin. No, you know what it is, Melvin. We got after Burnley, we got Southampton and Everton. Bloody hell. I mean,
that's going to be two tough games as well.
And then Chelsea Boxing Day.
Watch Everton win that, right? And they're winning, and they start a winning run. Because they've been on a terrible run recently, right? And Arsenal, Santa Claus style, will gift them 3 points. Yeah, that's what will happen.
Yeah. Manager on the sorry.
I just don't understand where he's going anymore.
I'm lost, mate.
I don't get the substitutions. I don't get why he continues to pick Xhaka and Bellerin when every single fan with a fucking brain will tell you they're not good enough.
Yeah.
Do you think people are hanging their hat on, well, we've got the January transfer market? I don't think it matters who we buy.
If they are, they're nuts. If they are, they're nuts, mate.
I don't think it matters at all, does it? It's irrelevant who we buy. It might look good on paper, but once they get on that pitch and have the mentality of the rest of the players, we could spend 200 million in January. I know we ain't. We spend 200 million and still play Xhaka. So where are we going to be?
Yeah. The sad thing is, lads, we're staring at relegation right in the face.
Well, no, I'm not as bad. Not in the terms of we'll be there
come May. I don't think we will, right? Because there's teams in this league that are far worse than we are right now, and I know that's hard. And I know that's hard to envision for some people, but you know, you've got the likes of West Brom and fucking, you know, Fulham and all of that. They'll be in the bottom three by the end of the season, but we are terrible right now.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I don't see how Arteta can turn this around. I really can't.
I can't.
You can.
I mean-
Listen, impossible things happen, Colin. Had we, and I don't think we would have done, but if the impossible happened, we would have won by a penalty, and we defended the whole time and won. Everyone has said, "Oh, it's not that bad. Turn it down. Now we can go from strength to strength." I think we will turn it round, but not to the extent where we're going to be a good team. He'll turn it round to get us out of trouble. At the moment, that's the best he can do because we are in trouble. I don't think we will go down. There's a you know.
We're finishing bottom half, Melvin. We are finishing bottom half. There's no doubt
Yes,
about that.
yeah. That's it. That is where I think we'll be, bottom half. I think that it's going to be it's so. What I said is as well. We've got so many good players. We've got 4 or 5 decent players. And the others are just bringing them down to their level. I thought Gabriel today was outstanding. He was our best forward for the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tierney as well.
Tierney's crosses, like I said, his crosses are good. Tierney's crosses are good. Tierney's crosses are going where they're supposed to go, but we don't have a forward who can get on the end of them.
Not aggressive.
That's what it is.
Yeah, first.
If we had a centre forward, right, that could hold the ball up and Tierney putting crosses into him, no doubt in my mind we'd be scoring more goals than we are.
We should buy that Giroud from Chelsea.
Well,
that Giroud guy, yeah, I heard about him.
Well, you know what? Right? There's a certain striker, right, in Serie A right now that we are supposedly linked with. Milik from Napoli. Yeah?
I've heard that.
Right now, I'd take him.
If he's good in the air, because we need someone in the air.
I don't want to see.
Yeah.
We've been linked with a guy from Celtic as well.
Oh yeah,
Edouard. Is he good on his head? I'm not quite sure.
Balogun, though, the two of them, they're very similar. And I know he's younger, Balogun, same style as Balogun, that centre forward, isn't he?
Oh, is he?
Is Edouard a header though? Is he good in the air? I'm not quite sure. But
he's not. He is like. Is he not like a running behind type of striker, Edouard?
No, he's like, centre forward. I don't want to see us training on Tuesday and Wednesday. Big smiles on our faces.
All that rubbish on
social media.
You watch, right? You'll get pics like that.
That's a PR. It's a PR machine. That's the PR machine, isn't it? That's
our whole club.
What the Southampton fan that's running the Arsenal account? I can't believe. You know what? It doesn't even surprise me. If I support another football club and they go and ask me to run the social media for another club, of course I'm going to do it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a good job, isn't it? It's a good job.
Yeah, pays the bill. But you know what? Guys, I don't understand, right? And I said this on my Watchalong, like, this is the issue. You see the performances of Bellerin and Xhaka today, and this is not a knee-jerk reaction because we've seen it game in, game out. But yet you still have small fractions of the fan base that will defend these guys to the hill. That's what I said to the guys on my live stream. What do you say to Arsenal fans that say to you, get behind the team and be positive? And I say, but my reply back to that is, my own set of the 2 eyes don't lie to me. I'm seeing what I'm seeing. Why should I be confident going into a North London derby off the back of our results? Give me a reason why you think Arsenal are going to get 3 points today, and they can't answer you.
No, of course not. Not when you hit them with facts. You hit them with facts is difficult, right? You know, it's.
Why should we be in any way, shape, or form optimistic about these players on the pitch? Like, why? Like, we're not seeing anything. Yeah. Like, if we were seeing some form of tangible play, then fair enough. But we're not. What we're seeing is absolute trash. Like, I'm looking at these players and I'm seeing them walking in a fucking derby. Like, fuck that shit. No. All right, no. And
Colin, I
know what's gonna happen tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna go to fucking work tomorrow. Yeah, because I don't know why I did this. I did it to myself, fucking bitch. Like, I mean, I said to the guy I work with, stupidly that we were going to win 4-0. Why did I do that?
Colin, we've scored the least goals apart from the relegation teams. How are we going to score 4 goals?
I don't know.
Colin.
I don't know. I did it.
Colin.
No. I did it.
Doctor, Colin.
No.
Sack your doctor. He's not putting on the right medication.
Really?
You know what?
I don't know why I did it either, lads. Right? Because ultimately, you try to be optimistic. You really do.
But optimistic, Colin.
But when these players, right? When these players put in a performance like that, it's like getting kicked in the balls. It really is.
You know what wound me up as well? If you watched that during that match, you guys probably saw it. Mourinho's on the touchline, just chilling, laughing.
It's like I said. They weren't even trying. It's like I said. Tottenham weren't even trying. They were paying 70% of what they've got, and they won comfortably. That is our level at the moment, and that is absolutely unacceptable.
Yeah, I couldn't believe when I saw that. I thought someone needs to go and smash him. I don't care.
He's taking the mick and he's giving it all the arms and all that. You know, the cameras on him. Yeah. Horrible. Yeah. Horrible.
I don't even.
North London derby, you play like that. I don't know what to say.
Yeah. No, it's terrible.
Let's be honest, lads. Right? These players have no business being at Arsenal Football Club right now. Let's just call a spade a spade. They've got no business being there. Because
like I said, I would. If it's me,
if you're putting in a performance like that against fucking Tottenham, I know they're a good team. Yeah, right. I'm not saying they're not a good team, but fucking hell, you've got to have some professional pride or something, man.
Give 100% at least. Come on,
like
who's got an easy job tomorrow.
I'll tell you what. They're lucky. There's no fans in the stadium right now. They're lucky as fuck right now. Because I'll tell you
who's got an easy job? I'll tell you
who's got an easy job tonight and tomorrow morning. The laundry lady at Spurs, because none of their shirts got any sweat on it.
Yeah, exactly.
No, you're right. They didn't have to work hard. You're right. They didn't even have a third year. Not at all.
Nah.
Yeah, exactly. If it was me, I said this. I said, Maitland-Niles is going to get right back. Bellerin's never going to play again. Cedric can be the backup. Xhaka never playing again. You're playing at El Neni. For me, listen, I would only have one holding player in midfield, Partey, when he's fit. If he's not fit, it's El Neni, right? Then you're having 2 more attacking players ahead of him because we don't need 2 holding midfielders. Then I wouldn't be playing Lacazette. I wouldn't be playing Aubameyang. I'll be playing one of the kids up front with a Smith Rowe or a Willock or something behind, you know. And that's what I've been doing because they give more, they want it more, and they deserve it more.
They do.
I'd be looking at it, right, and thinking, you know what? Back to basics. Forget all this fancy possession football crap. As far as I'm concerned, possession's overrated anyway. So back to basics. Put in some of the young kids. Put in Balogun. You know, people say that we can't be playing young kids in the Premier League. Well,
bollocks.
Balogun, what he done in the Europa League, what did he get, like 10, 12 minutes, if that? He came on, he bangs a goal. If you're good enough, you're ready to play. I don't give a fuck.
How do you get to prove yourself if you don't get a chance? Fucking give him a chance.
Exactly.
I don't think we can afford.
Go on, Mel. Sorry, mate.
No, sorry, Dave. I apologise.
Go on, Mel. Go on.
I want to say you can't put 5 or 6 youngsters in now in one go. You got to do it week to week. Put one in 1 week, then another one.
I disagree.
I think you've got to build it up.
I disagree because those players. First of all, I'll give you 2 good reasons. First of all, those players know how to play together, right? So you got chemistry and you got coordination.
Yeah.
Second of all, they've got desire and hunger. They'll give you 100%. And I've said it before. I said at the beginning of this stream, I've said it several times. I would much rather have a youngster giving 110%, losing a game, than one of these fucking frauds who obviously don't want to be there, just picking up their paycheck every week. Seriously,
Sam, not makes me laugh when people when we talk about Saliba, right? I hear a lot of Arsenal fans say who probably watch a lot of the under 23s and whatever. Oh, Saliba's not ready. So what? You're happy to stick with what we've got at the moment in the first team?
Saliba's a weird one, you know. I'm worried about Saliba.
What I'm seeing
I'm worried
at the back is fucking dreadful, right?
Yeah.
And listen, I understand why Arteta's left Saliba out, right? Because of the passing of his parents and whatnot due to COVID. I get it, all right? I do, I get that. However, you have to look at it, right? And you think, well, is he worse than Rob Holding? Not possible. And if he is, you really have to question our recruitment at that point. Like, are we seriously that inept at recruitment that we're hiring a player, that we're signing a player that is worse than Rob Holding?
Well, the funny thing is when all the hype around Saliba when we signed him, he was the next Van Dijk or the next Cannavaro or whatever. You know, all these big names bandied about him. And the kid, what's he doing now? I mean, what's going on?
The way it's been handled has been. I'm sorry, I think it's been terrible. Because the thing is as well with the Saliba thing. What's I going to say now? Yeah, like he's gone from playing. You can criticize and talk about Liga and the French league, fair enough. But he's playing men's football, first team football. He comes to England. He's been putting in under 23s. Like
exactly.
And
there's another good argument. Sorry, Melvin, just 1 second. Yeah, another good argument is his partner at Saint Etienne is now playing very well in the Premier League, and he's about the same age. Yeah, Melvin, what was you going to say?
I'm going to say that the way we've handled it to a degree might have destroyed him.
Yeah,
destroyed his confidence. And football with life is all about confidence. And if you keep telling someone they're rubbish, and even if they're good, they will become rubbish. Unless they're very, very strong and can, get working their own way out of it. Because at the moment, if he's like I'm saying, however bad Holding is, if the manager thinks Holding is better, the manager must have a very, very low esteem of that guy. That guy knows that.
Saliba, they're talking about Saliba. They're talking about Saliba's going to go out on loan now in January for the rest of the season. So you got to really think. What level is this guy at? I mean, he's anywhere near what we're supposed to be having. I don't get it.
Exactly.
I really don't.
And then with the Athletic coming out saying that Arsenal are looking at a centre back in January, you've got Arsenal fans who have the cheek to turn around and say, "Oh, why are we sending a centre back? Have you seen what we're dealing with? Like, have you seen it?"
Well, the thing is, we're going to be getting rid of some. I mean, by the end of the season, right? We're going to have Mustafi's going to be gone. Socrates is going to be gone. We might sell Chambers. So yeah, we probably will need to bring in another centre back at that point, probably. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
But by the beginning of next season, Sam, we've got 2 centre halves out on loan at the moment, right?
One of them's never going to come back.
Who's that?
Mavropanos. He's absolutely.
I'm not talking about him. Not talking about him. 2 youngsters.
Yeah.
I saw him playing a priest.
Oh yeah, you got McGuinness and Ballard.
Yeah.
They're both big units. They make them play centre half.
Ballard looks good. Ballard looks pretty good.
He looks okay. So does the other one.
He plays for Northern Ireland. He plays for Northern Ireland as well, Ballard.
One plays for Southern Ireland, I think.
There's another one.
What I'm saying? So those two will be 20 next year with a bit of experience. But that might be one of them. Might be the answer.
Yeah,
Saliba might be the answer. So I think it's very strange. We're looking to buy a centre half in January.
I do find that odd too.
The example that should be set, right? When you look at, all right, with I hate using this, but Liverpool needed a right back to replace Nathaniel Klein, right? Now they could have quite easily gone into the market and bought a right back. Quite easily. What did they do? They went and put Trent in the team. Look how good Trent is.
Yeah.
Right? Sometimes you have to take a risk on these young players. They might end up being good. They might end up being crap. But until you play them consistently, you don't know.
Exactly. You've got to give them a run of games. Yeah.
Colin, you make a good point about Trent. Because this is what winds up about Bellerin right now. I understand with modern football. Most fullbacks, let's just say defensively, right, left or right back, they're not the greatest defensively, right?
No.
but you can offer a lot more going the other way. I mean, I look at Trent and Andy Robertson, for example, like Premier League assists only, 23 between them.
Mate, Robertson is the best fullback in the Premier League. I'm not having anyone tell me any different, right?
Yeah. Colin, what I was going to say was that, so when people come at us as Arsenal fans, when we talk about Bellerin, he doesn't offer anything defensively or offensively.
No, he doesn't.
Nah.
You're right. You're right, bro. You're right, bro. And here's the thing about Trent, right? Trent was, when it came to the Liverpool academy, right? He's a center mid by trade. If you look at it, right? But Klopp's come in. He's like, okay, let's have a look. Oh, I've got this young kid Trent. He's good going forward. Let's have a go at that. Trent might be a bit suspect defensively, but going forward, he's mint.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, when I look at Bellerin, I don't see anything good going forward. I don't see anything good defensively. He's been here since 2011. That's 9 years. 9 years. And yet, I still don't know what he's good at.
No, he's not good enough.
We should not be in a position. We should not be in dealing with a player that after 9 years we still don't know what he's good at. Like at that point, you just got to cut your losses and move on, bruv.
Exactly.
The same thing is, Colin, I don't rate him as highly as he when he first came in the team. He looked terrific. I don't rate him that highly now. None of us do, really. And yet, he's in the Spanish team. I don't mean that makes him a good player, but obviously, some of the top coaches in Europe rate him. That's what I don't understand.
Here's the thing.
Melvin, you make a good point there, because
the reason why he looked good in contrast to now, that was off the back of having Debussy in the team. And Debussy, and I had Newcastle fans at the time telling me that he was an average fullback, right? And stupidly, I thought, you know what? Surely he's not as bad as they're saying. When in actuality, he was as bad as they were saying. Bellerin came into the team off the back of that. He had pace and he could get forward back then. So naturally, he's going to look a world beater compared to that. But when you strip it down, when you strip down everything, you don't see what he's good at. Like, people have suggested, oh, maybe if we put him in a Gareth Bale kind of role. He's not on the level that Gareth Bale was when he was a left back. Even as a left back, Gareth Bale was good going forward. He was decent defensively. And he had that build. Bellerin's a fucking wuss, man. He's a fucking pansy. Like, he's not built. He can't attack. He can't defend. He can't cross the ball. What the fuck is he good at?
That and Colin, that's the thing. And this is the problem with the sections of the fan base. They'll still come up with you, like Melvin said, oh, but he's been called up for Spain. But just because you got called up for your national team, that doesn't mean anything. They got Jesus Navas playing at right back for Spain.
They got no right backs. That's the problem. They got no right backs.
You look at it, right, and because here's the thing: plenty of players get called up for the national teams, right? That are absolutely wank.
Yeah.
A few years ago, Willian and Oscar got called up to Brazil over fucking Coutinho. Does that mean they're better players than Coutinho? No. No. Giroud got in ahead of Lacazette for the French national team a few years ago alongside Griezmann. Does that mean Giroud is better than Lacazette?
It does at the moment, yeah.
Well, yeah.
It is at the moment.
Now,
back then he wasn't. Yeah.
Now, but back then, that doesn't mean fuck all.
But it worked very well for them, though. It worked very well for them because he suited their style, didn't he?
Because that's the thing. Like, with the international team, right, people have this misconception, right, that just because a player gets called up to the international team, all of a sudden that makes them a better player.
Well, look at England. Look at all the crap England keep calling up.
It doesn't, right? Because ultimately, it's the manager's system that they call up players for. Why does Southgate call up Pickford all the time? Because he fits what he wants him to do. Pickford's a shite goalkeeper. Simple as that. Nick Pope should be ahead of him, right? But Nick Pope is poor with the ball at his feet. That's why he keeps playing Pickford, because he's better with the ball at his feet. Like, just because you're called up to the national squad, that doesn't make you better. Like, but again, we're diverting from the issue. Ultimately, the culture of this club is wrong from top to bottom. That's not just the manager. That's not just the players. What's going on above everybody else, and this is what no one fails to realize, right? Kroenke does not attend a single game, right? He doesn't even. I bet you he doesn't even know the result after today. I really don't. Josh comes out with, "Oh, be excited," but he doesn't know fuck all. He's more invested in the Denver Nuggets than he is Arsenal, bro. So, nah. And when I look at everything from the board to the technical director, like, you had Edu and Arteta clashing on who to sign. Arteta wanted to what, Edu wanted Partey. Like, that's gonna trickle down.
Yeah.
Like, we're a mess, man. We're a mess.
We really are. I don't really know what else there is to say at the moment. I think we've gone through.
We've covered everything, and we've gone 4 hours.
But one thing, I'm just interested here. I just want to ask a question though to each of you. Well, it's going to be the same question. I just want a short answer, really, and a short, reason why. I know what Melvin's going to answer, but I just want to say, I'm just going to go around. I'm going to start with Colin, so we'll end up with Melvin. But Colin, so right now, would you say you're Arteta out or in?
Well, when you're putting it bluntly as that, I want him to do well, I do, but we're not getting any better. We're not. And I don't see where our next win is coming from. So, unfortunately, I am Arteta out. And before people start jumping on it and say, "Oh, but you said a few weeks ago you wouldn't call for the manager's head." Believe it or not, you can actually change your mind with your opinion. Like, you're not stuck on one thing here. Like, so to the people who want to come at me and say, "Oh, but you said you would never call for the manager's head," bruv. Shut up. I'm not in the mood for that. I'm not in the mood for that. We've lost to Tottenham. I'm pissed. I'm going to get lambasted tomorrow at work, and I'm going to get lambasted tonight when I call my brother. So fuck off with that shit.
And also, you can see that there just is. I mean, you think there's going to be progress, and there just hasn't been any, right? So it does build up, doesn't it? It builds up. It builds up.
It was great when we won the cup, Sam, right? But you can't. A manager can't coast.
Can't live off of that.
You can't live off that forever. Like,
the bread and butter is the league, right? The bread and butter is the league, and what we're doing in the league now is just absolutely atrocious.
I'll tell you one thing to end it, Sam. Yeah, because Melvin will have to get his opinion in as well, right? What I'll say is, no club is too big to go down.
Exactly.
Right. No club.
Exactly. The club is the club. At the end of the day, the club is the most important thing, much more important than a manager and what his, reputation is or what his career is. And what about you, Albert? Have you? What? I mean, I don't really know where you stand. Whether you're out, whether you're Arteta out or in. I'm just wondering, what do you think after tonight? And what's so far this season? Are you Arteta out or Arteta in at the moment?
You know what it is? I kind of have the same answer when I'm asked, because I've been asked that question before. Like, I don't have any sentiment towards the manager or any of the players, to be honest with you. That's the first thing. Secondly, I think he's got 4 games to save himself, personally. But the same thing as well, Sam. Experienced coach or not, it's a results business, mate. And the results are in black and white. We're 15th in the league.
Exactly. At the end of the day, it's a results business, as you say, and at the end of the day, the buck stops with the manager. It really is. It's his responsibility. So, Melvin, I think we know what you're going to say, but out or in, and you have your good reasons. So yeah, I just want to ask you again.
Basically, I'm Arteta in, but like I said before, that for the next 6 games, next 6 league games, I'm Arteta in. If it doesn't get better, then I'm going to change my tune, and I'm with Albert on that. It's result business.
Oh no,
it's not as if we've been unlucky. We've had bad refereeing decisions. It's the whole game. Watching any game now, you haven't got the feeling that we're going to win once the ball once we kick off, and that's the problem. Going from the 20th to the 70th minute, in that time, there's nothing happening, and you're thinking to yourself, where's it coming from? So the next 6 league games, if we do as badly as we think we might, then he's definitely got to go. And like Albert says, I've got to agree with Albert. Sentiment goes out the window.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's got to go out. I mean, if it's sentiment we want, boys, let's go tomorrow and get Patrick Vieira. He's out of a job now.
He's useless. He's useless,
right? He's perfect, isn't it, Albert? Just get him. If you want to be sentimental,
bring him
in. I think a lot of fans are too
totally sentimental. Let's get the
him and Henry. Him and Henry together. What a duo.
Arteta didn't just say that. No.
That is my.
Well, what did you say, Colin? Colin, I saw your reaction. What's that?
Colin, what you saying?
He just said we dominated possession. We created chances, and they did everything I asked of them. Oh God!
So he's becoming delusional then.
He's turning into David Moyes.
I'm very surprised. I'm very surprised you turned around and said that. I'm very surprised.
We did have possession, but that's about it. That's the only thing he said that was right. I think that we had possession.
Honestly, boys, do you think he's damned if he should be damned anyway? The way we played today, he's damned if he does, and he's damned if he doesn't. If he turned around and go, we were rubbish, we deserve what we get, we're really not doing it. All right, it's truthful, but would you want to hear that, or would people slate him for going, how can you be so pessimistic now in front of the cameras? Listen, I wouldn't like to be in front of the cameras, to be honest with you, because you've got nothing good to say. You've got to look for clues. But he put
do you know what? I'd turn round, and I'd put the middle finger up at the cameras if I was him. I'd be like, fuck off with that.
You know what's going to happen as well? It's been. I see it been trending anywhere, but it's hashtag free Ozil and all that flipping rap. Listen,
mate, the club have made a decision. I said this weeks ago. The club have made a decision.
And Colin, you know what? Colin, no, it's not even that Mills and Colin and Sam. It's the fact that there's plenty of games under different managers where Ozil has played, particularly away from home, and he's done nothing.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Even Albert, here's the thing, Albert. Yeah, even Freddie came out and said like he's not acting the way that I would want a player of Arsenal Football Club to play, and I'm just like, well, if Freddie said like Freddie's not the kind of guy that's gonna hold his feelings back. He's very open and honest. In fact, before Arteta got the job, he even openly admitted in a press conference that he needs help. Like, so no one can tell me that Freddie wasn't honest in his assessment of everything, right? But when Arteta's coming out with stuff like that, you're making a rod for your own back, bro. You're making a rod for your own back because you can't seriously look at that game and say to me that we created chances. We created fuck all in that game.
Because we didn't, man. Fucking hell.
And as far as they did everything that you're asking of them, I'm sorry. What was that? Did you ask them to fucking go to fucking Tesco at halftime and get fucking ring donuts? Like, fuck's sake, man, yo, come on, fam. No, fuck this shit.
Is that? You know the worst thing is as well. Like, in my lifetime, you guys might be different, but being an Arsenal fan, I've never known Tottenham going into North London derby as heavy favourites.
No way.
I've never seen that in my lifetime.
My son-in-law is a Spurs supporter.
Yeah.
And he was outside the house just about an hour before kick-off, right?
That's even worse.
I said to him, I've never known a situation where you've been such favourites.
100%.
Never. And he agreed. He says, yeah, I know. I said, that's the only reason I think we might do it, because you're so favourites. Hopefully you take your foot off the pedal. And you're right. They've never, however bad we've been and good they've been, we've always been within touching distance at worst. And today we weren't. We knew we weren't going to be, and we weren't. We weren't even touching distance.
Yeah, 100%, mate.
Yeah, I mean, literally.
This is what we covered. And the other part of that, he said that we lost, but that's football. Oh my God! Like, what? Jesus!
It's an North London derby. He's like that. That's his attitude.
Ryan, you're dead right. North London derby, and he says that this is no ordinary game.
Yeah, that's poor. That's very
poor. That's despicable. I'm sorry. No, I'm not having that. No.
This is to the team that 15 years ago was in the position we're in. Yeah. They managed back then. They managed a 2-2 draw at White Hart Lane. Yeah, we won the title that day. They're still pulling back. This side can't even do that. And he's got the gumption to say that.
I'm very even before you
came baffled. Like I said, lads, he's making a rod for his own back and shit like that.
He is.
Like you can't. You can't say that after a fucking derby, man. You can't. You can't say that. No.
It's the word.
Exactly right. I wouldn't expect that against West Brom him to say that, let alone a North London derby.
100%.
If you actually look deep into how he's wording things as well, his body language, it's like he's asking the board to sack him. He doesn't want the job. It's like he's realised this is worse than what I thought. I need to get out.
Yeah, he looks lost on the touchline, mate. He looks absolutely bereft.
So let me ask you, lads, something, right? Because at this point, we're looking at this, yeah. Arsenal at this point is a poison chalice. Are we all agreed on that?
Yeah.
Right. If you're any top manager, would you seriously take this job?
No.
That's the fact.
The job is too big for any respectable manager. Too big for a winner. But a manager's been successful, got a great career. He does not want this Arsenal job. You've got to, and only the top manager you're going to get is someone who's out of favour, who things have gone against him, or young and up and coming. That's all you're going to get. You won't get the one you're talking about, because they look at that squad and go, "This is a 5-year job. No, thank you. I've been long in the tooth here. I don't want to ruin my reputation," and that's what they could do.
The thing is, also under this ownership as well, they sort of continued the bucking trend in the sense of, even when Wenger came, what was it? Who's heavy favourite for the manager back then? What's it? Cruyff, wasn't it? He was heavy favourite.
Before Wenger, before Wenger.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Terry Venables at one point was heavy favourite.
Yeah.
We've never got. Throughout the history of this club, they've never gone for the offers. They've always gone for the underdog sort of manager, the one that no one's ever heard of, or somebody you don't expect something from. And in the past, it's worked. Well, it was back then, but nowadays that doesn't. It's proving it now. Two managers that Unai Emery, who was experienced, started doing well in the league and all that. Sevilla, this, that, and the other. Had good record.
That wasn't a bad punt on the face of it, was it? That wasn't a bad punt. You look at his record.
That's what I'm saying. When they went to sort of the young up and coming, he was obviously he did one thing, there's this, that, and the other, and he had this exciting sort of look going forward at how he's going to manage this team going forward, and that backfired. Then they go for the complete opposite, the one they wanted in the first place, and Mikel Arteta, which again we've all touched on when we first came in. Our main fear was this: inexperience will come back and bite us on the arse. We're not even a year into his job, and it's done. It's doing it already. And he looks at it, he's actually done it, and he said the words he's saying, and now he's saying it. It's like he wants to go. He's saying to the ball, "Please."
He's under a lot of pressure, Ryan. He must be under a lot of pressure.
I see Steve is mentioning the manager who would come, who I think would do a good job, and I would love to see him come and do a good job at Arsenal.
I'd take
Benitez. Benitez. This has got Benitez written all over it. It's got Benitez written all over it. He could come in and turn this around. He has the balls to say to a player, "Sorry, I'm not playing you. You're not good enough." That's what you can do.
There's two managers, right, that are Premier League proven that I would seriously look at. Benitez is number one choice, obviously, because where we are, we're staring down the battle of a relegation dogfight right now. So Benitez is the perfect choice to be number one. The other one is Eddie Howe, right?
No.
I know. I know it's not a popular choice, right? But here's the thing: we are not going to get a top manager. We have to get that out of our heads. No top manager would touch this club right now. We're a poison chalice. We've proven that over the last 2-3 years. So I'm not saying that Eddie Howe would be my first choice. I'm not saying that. I want Benitez. I do. Because ultimately, we're looking at this and we're just thinking to ourselves, how can things get any worse? And when Arteta's coming out with bullshit, saying that, we dominated possession, we created chances, yeah, we lost, but that's football. Nah, I'm not having that in my football club, bro. I'm not having that, especially after a derby. I swear to God, but do you know what? Here's one thing that no one's said tonight, and I'm a bit disappointed either. Wenger does deserve a bit of stick for the overall situation at the club. Not tonight's result. I'm not putting tonight's result on Wenger. Far from it, right? But ultimately, he should get a little bit of shit for the situation we find ourselves in, right?
Yeah, of course he should.
If he wasn't selfish, right? Because if you remember, Jurgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola were linked with the Arsenal job around the time where things were going really bad in 2011. All right? Now, if Wenger wasn't selfish, we could have had one of those two managers. But no, he hanged on and he hanged on and he hanged on until the board literally had no choice but to sack him because it got that toxic. Well, Wenger doesn't get a free pass from me for this shit.
No.
He won't, because ultimately his selfishness is coming back to bite us in the arse.
And Gazidis.
Yeah, don't forget him.
Yeah. And mark my words, AC Milan will not win the league. I stand by that until the day I die. They won't. If anyone's gonna win Serie A this season, it's going to be Inter, and I fucking hate that as well.
Obviously, before we go, we touched on this. I touched on this earlier. This what we've got on the screen here. This video here. Look at the body. We're not even playing it. Look at the body language. Look at his slumped over.
I saw that earlier, Ro.
Oh my God!
I'm gonna play it now, and you tell me. This is literally like this is. I asked you guys earlier. Who in their right mind at Arsenal thought this was a good idea to, after filming it and looking at it, thought, oh, that's a great idea. Let's release it.
This is today.
But this is last night,
Ryan.
That must have been. When
that was yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm going to say right. Even
But I'm saying the point is, look at his body language. Before
that's the club captain, everyone. That's the club captain.
Yeah. Do you know what? That was shot. That most likely would have been shot a few days ago, right?
Yeah.
And the fact
the
fact that they decide to post that before the game, the day before.
Yeah.
How is no one pulling the social media guy aside and thinking, you know what? Maybe this isn't such a good idea. Maybe we shouldn't post this.
Right. Play it, man. Go on, bro.
Oh, Jesus. I'm like, oh. Pray for my soul, lads. That's all I'm saying. Pray for my soul.
I think Aubameyang, it doesn't look like he wants to be here anymore. I mean,
he's not even looking at the fucking camera.
It is unbelievable to think this was shot a few days ago, knowing that this game was coming up.
He's not even looking at the camera, Albert, man.
No, I know, Colin.
Look at him. He's not even looking. He's just. It's like he's just got his hands in his pocket, like.
Right. No, that video summed it up, mate. I'm sorry. It sums it up.
It's just not good enough.
Oh, no, it's not.
What do we do, lads? What do we do now? Because I'm scratching my head right now. I'm scratching my head.
We pray.
Yeah, we pray.
Pray for my soul, bro. That's all I'm saying. Pray for my fucking soul.
Literally, I said this.
Honest to God, lads, if I kill someone tomorrow, right, and I happen to get arrested, you know why? No, as I said earlier, the next 24. If they do not
we sit up and go, fuck, league-wise, this is relegation form. We could be the championship club next season, where everything's going. Form-wise, going by the form of the league.
Yeah.
If we ain't gone in
I used to do that
hours,
as a challenge on Football Manager. I didn't want it in real life.
I'm gonna look at the league.
literally, I'll get the league table up in a second as well. Literally, they don't act in the next 48 hours. That says it all about Stan Kroenke. All this bollocks of I want to win the league, I want to win the Champions League, competing in Europe. It's bollocks. Get out of my fucking club, get someone in that fucking gives a shit, and actually will hire someone that actually knows what they're fucking doing. That's the bollocks. To drop Jagger, drop fucking this, that, and the other. Drop them all.
Ryan, honest question. Do you think they will?
Yeah.
Ryan, honest question. Do you think they will act? I'm being serious here.
Honestly, I don't.
Not tonight. Not tonight.
If at any point in the next 48 hours I see them that the breaking news, I'll say it's been sacked or whatever, I will be fucking genuinely shocked. Because they don't care. For me, Stan does not care. End of. And the fact that
we're screwed, right? Because we've got a rookie as manager, and we've just basically what we've done. We appointed a rookie manager in December, right? Basically, just a flip of a coin, and just told him to make with paper mache bullshit, thinking it'll work. Honest to God, it's like throwing a dart at a fucking dartboard and just hoping something sticks.
Yeah. Colin, you're right what you say. My question to you is, after the end of last season, when we'd won the FA Cup, we're going forward, we just bought Gabriel, we weren't sure, but we thought we got a decent centre-half, we thought Saliba was coming in, an even better centre-half. Would you have turned around and said, I think we ought to sack Arteta?
No, because I've seen signs that there was something there.
Exactly.
Right? But
where are those signs now?
in contrast to that, you can't just let an FA Cup and everything else, like, you can't just let Arteta coast on the fact that we won an FA Cup. That's not... If I did the job that Arteta's doing right now in terms of the league, right? If I did that in my current job, I'd be sacked.
Simple.
Simple.
Going back to what I was saying
if I coasted on something I did a few months ago, I'd be sacked. But you cannot you can't have a manager just coast on one moment of triumph. You can't. It's a results game. And while I want Arteta to succeed, he's not. And that's where we are right now. Ultimately, the club have to make a decision. Do I think they will? Probably not. But, I don't know.
As I was saying before, what pisses me off even more, part of the reason why we're in the situation, what pisses me off why we're in it, is because the people that own, the shareholders that obviously own the club and all that, they're sharing at the club. When we moved to hybrid to the Emirates, all the ones that are this year against Stan Kroenke suddenly sold up for money. They were, oh no.
The Arsenal Supporters Trust.
Yeah, even
the Arsenal Supporters Trust.
Yeah, they got full. But I was talking about the actual, like the Hillwoods and things like that. The people like that. Lady, whatever her fucking name is.
Rachel Smith. Yeah.
Rachel Smith. Oh, I'll never sell to that man. I'll never sell my shares to him. 2 months later, he sold all the shares to him.
Yeah, because he came with a huge offer, right? And they're like, oh wow, thank you very much.
And again, that's the reason why, because of fucking personal greed.
Money.
Yeah,
money. And the thing is, the thing is, we're. I don't mean to laugh, guys. It's just, what else can you do? You either laugh or cry, right? But the thing is, we're from top to bottom, right? It's amateur hour, right? At the top, you've got Josh Kroenke, who's been appointed in charge of our CEO, in charge of Arsenal, right? Stan has appointed Josh to do that. So Josh is de facto the CEO, head of Arsenal. Okay, he's got no clue about football. He's never kicked a fucking football in his life. He comes from America. He knows the American sports. He knows nothing about football. Then below him, you've got Edu, right? Edu, who is basically a rookie as well. He comes from working as a coordinator with the Brazilian national team. He's had no managerial experience. Yes, he was a good footballer for Arsenal back in the day. Yes, he's considered a legend, blah, blah, blah. But within the world of football, no experience managing anything like that. He was a coordinator, not even a director, coordinator, whatever that is, with the Brazilian national team. Then he gets the role at Arsenal as director of football. Then you got that, what's his name, that Vinay, who's been at the club for 10 years. Yes, he's got experience or whatever now, but what has he done? He's done terrible decision after terrible decision for 10 years. This is what we've got as the foundation of the club. The only guy who seems to have come in who has half a clue what he's doing is that Tim Lewis, who managed to, as one of the first things he'd do was to get Raul sacked, which seems to be half a brain at least. But so you've got those guys at the top, and then we've got a rookie manager. So our whole spine of our club from top to bottom are people who have no clue what they do with no experience. I mean, think about that. Josh Tuadu, assisted by Vinay, who basically has done shit for 10 years. And then and under that you got Arteta, who is inexperienced, a rookie. And that's what we got running Arsenal Football Club. So the proof is in the pudding, lads. We're an ocean liner with no electricity out at sea, and the wind is just blowing us all over the place. We have no idea where we're going.
You know what it is, lads. Yeah, the best way to sum it up, right? We put our washing in the washing machine, and we've got no fucking line to dry them.
Yeah.
No, it's just it's depressing when you think of it like that. So we need to bring in a proper director of football. I said bring in the director of football at Leipzig. I think he would be brilliant. RB Leipzig, bring him in, bring his team in, and bring in a proper manager with a proper coaching team. Just turn this ship around. That's what we got to do. And it's going to be a job, but it's just got to be done.
Yeah, we need something. We need to freshen up summer, but it all comes from the top. We need new owners. Let's be honest. We need Stan to fucking, with all due respect, I don't wish this on anyone, but to hop his clog, so to speak, and
it doesn't make any difference, Ryan. If Stan leaves, for whatever reason, his son's going to take over, right? And I'm telling you now, the father or the son will not sell out Arsenal because it's irrelevant what they do on the pitch unless they get relegated, obviously. It's the money coming in. It's cash cow, Arsenal, when things get back to normal. It's a cash cow. They're not going to sell it.
The only difference is these fuckers won't get relegated.
Well, you say that.
Cash cow.
Fucking we're in it. Wait, you say that we're in a relegation battle. I can't even say.
The only reason I'd say we won't get relegated, right, is because there are teams at the bottom that are far worse than we are, and I don't even know how that's possible. Otherwise, yeah. But do you know what the funny thing is? We're actually a gauge of where this league is as a whole. Like, we are absolutely dog shit. And yet, the way we're playing, we should 100% be in the bottom three right now. Yeah? But the fact of the matter is, there's teams that are worse than us. And that's a gauge of where this league is. We've
got 4 wins. We've played 11 games. We've got 4 wins and 6 losses. Yeah. So it's those 4 wins. It's those 4 wins that are saving our bacon at the moment.
Yeah,
at the moment.
And if you look at again, Sam, if you look at those wins, Fulham was great and all, but Fulham are crap. You look at West Ham. Don't tell me that people weren't twitching on their arses right now.
No, it's a difficult game, really difficult game. Yeah,
right. And then what are the other ones? I forget. Like
that's Sheffield United.
Yeah,
Sheffield United and Man United.
Right. All right, let's look at that. Let's look at this, right? Fulham, crap. West Ham, all right, we got the result. Tough game, I'll give them that. Sheffield United, lost again. They've got 1 point all season, right? And then you look at Man United. Ollie tactically is clueless.
Right? They played into our hands again.
Exactly. You look at those 4 wins, there's context in all of them. We played teams that are worse than us. As soon as we play a team that is semi-organized and is semi-decent, we struggle. Case in point, West Ham. Yes, we won, but ultimately we struggled against them. Like
And
we
got
struggled
schooled.
against half decent teams all season.
We got schooled by Aston Villa.
Yeah.
Completely schooled by them.
Mugged by Leicester.
Schooled by
Mugged by
Leicester.
Leicester.
Sorry, Marvin, go on.
I said we got mugged by Leicester.
Schooled by Leicester, schooled by Leeds, even though that was a draw. Don't tell me that Leeds couldn't have won that.
They the post 3 times. They the woodwork 3 times.
Yeah, they should have won that.
It's literally, I've been saying for the last week, if you look at it, all the criticism we give Gareth Southgate, we've got to give Arteta, because literally,
I'll be right back, Les.
whenever Southgate comes up against lesser opposition, he looks sort of okay. Oh wow, what a manager this, or head coach, whatever. And then literally any decent organised team we come up against in England's like Belgium's, your Croatia's, when it's a meaningful game, we fucking lose. We get fucking ruined. But it's just, everyone gives.
Lads, the thought just came into my head as well. The thought just came into my head, right? Mind when Arteta was appointed, yeah, and he was getting these glowing reviews by Pep Guardiola and that, yeah. Somebody you like counts. Like, you know, when a manager anoints the second coming, like Fergie did with David Moyes.
Yeah,
it doesn't always come from the best place.
No,
like I actually think that Pep Guardiola, and I'm not blaming him for this, but I actually think that because he's such good mates with Arteta. That he believed that he would go on to be a great coach, and he still might. He still might do that. He's early into his career, but I don't think appointing him with no help whatsoever was a good idea. No. Like what we did, we took the word of Pep Guardiola for gospel, when should be told he has nothing to do with our football club in the slightest.
Nope.
Can I just to finish this off on a wonderful, optimistic note? This is the situation. We get in the bottom 4. Tottenham win the league. We finish 4th from bottom. Tottenham win the league, and we sack Arteta, obviously, and we get Southgate. That for me would finish me off. Thank you.
Oh man!
I'd worry for Melvin's sanity at that point. I really would.
You put that out there, Melvin.
Honestly, I put people I know on Melvin watch. That's what I do. I put people I know on Melvin watch.
You won't see that's up and down.
And I say that in a joking way, Melvin. I say that in a lovely way.
Is that right?
I'm saying someone from Stan Kroenke's organisation has probably seen it now and gone, what a great idea.
Oh, God.
No.
Oh, my God. Could you imagine?
Oh, dear.
God.
Oh.
Southgate, honestly, what a clueless clown.
Anyway, we've got probably 4 hours.
We've really gone through this one. We really have.
I need a detox, mate.
Yeah, I need to get some food as well.
Yeah, I think it's
right. I need to get food. I need to get fucking beer to kind of just drown my sorrows, because I know it's going to be absolute shit.
Literally, I had to disappear and give myself a couple 2 of these.
Look forward for We Need to Talk tomorrow, lads. That's all I'm saying. All right, that's all I'm saying. It'll be one you won't want to miss. That I can assure you. And Arsenal and chill on Wednesday. It's not going to be chill, more like suicidal. So yeah, it's not going to be good. And I can imagine Ola's going to blow his lid as well.
Yeah, probably. Can't blame them. The thing is, the reason we've gone on so long is because it's literally it's that deep.
It hurts so much, doesn't it?
I said a while ago, 15 years ago, we were in the position where Tottenham are competing for titles, and they were in the position we are, fucking relegation battles. How times changed in 15, 16 years. But hey, we moved to the MVP.
Take the banner on the chin. Take it on the chin, lads.
Oh yeah, that things up anyway before he goes even worse and we start bloody going even more. So we say, I'm not going to say what I was going to say because upset people, but anyway, Anyway, Melvin, where can people find you? If you want to
Only
be
on
found.
Twitter. I'll be hiding actually. Melvin, the only way is Arsenal Marks. Thanks again. Well, kind of thank you for having me on. I don't know.
Same again Thursday?
No, thanks, Ryan. Speak to you soon, yeah? See you soon.
Yeah, no way. Colin, what about yourself? Where can people find you if you want to be found?
At CMuch91 on Twitter. You might want to look out for Suicide Watch.
I told you to avoid it, guys, but there you go.
And Much Arsenal on YouTube, but I'm not really feeling it tonight. And I was going to do another episode of the Arsenal Takeover, but I can't be arsed tonight, so fuck that. And yeah, if I'm found on Suicide Watch at all, you know the reason why. Fuck Arsenal and fuck everything. Just give me a beer and be done with it.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, Albert, what about yourself? Where can people find you?
If you want to find me, I'll be too busy. I'll be too busy brainstorming on my A4 pad of paper. Fucking hell, man, this is hard. Yeah, Albert JTV, Arsenal related content and football related issues in general. And my Twitter handle is there on the screen, so come and find me and subscribe to the channel.
And Sam, what about yourself?
Yeah, thanks for having me on. Sam Greenwood TV, also Arsenal related content, do mainly like late night chats, have a bit of a light-hearted discussion about what's going on at Arsenal, and do some quizzes as well. Hopefully get a quiz set up sometime this week, hoping Tuesday or Wednesday. I'll let people know. But yeah, so check out my channel, will be greatly appreciated. Subscribe, will be really appreciated. And yeah, it's been a terrible result, but it's been good. I think we had a good therapy session, as Russ hinted there in the chat. We had a right good therapy session, that's for sure. And yeah, at least that's been halfway okay anyway. So yeah, but thanks again for having me on. It's been good fun and great to see all these guys.
Yeah.
Cheers, man.
Yeah, no worries. In terms of myself, yeah, if you're new to the channel, do subscribe, do smash the like button. In terms of this week, upcoming, I've got nothing planned for tomorrow as far as I'm aware. What I might do, just fucking FIFA, career mode tomorrow. That's
Right, take a day off tomorrow.
Yeah, you might need it.
Take a day off, man.
Take the next everything.
Take the day off. Just chill. Just sit on the couch and chill. Yeah. Fuck that.
I need something to vent. Tuesday I'm doing the Champions League watch song for the Real Madrid, isn't it, on Tuesday? One second, I think now.
Oh, just watching the Champions League makes you feel depressed.
What's to make it worse? What's to make it worse? Real Madrid dropped to the Champions League, worst case scenario, into Europa League.
Oh God!
Think of that.
Not just that. Yeah, like you look at Man United's group, bro. Any one of them could, like PSG, could end up in the Europa League for fuck's sake. Yeah. Oh God!
Yeah, well, that's Tuesday. I'm literally going to cover that group, PSG Man United Leipzig group on Tuesday, because it's literally do or die for them. Basically, Man United could still drop in possibly. Wednesday, we're planning, as it stands, to do the Who Am I quiz again. We've got a few confirmed. We're going to obviously fill more spaces. Thursday, it's going to be another Arsenal watch along as the Europa League's match day 6. It's going to finish that thing off for another couple of months, and then I don't know. Then literally just go from there basically, because then Sunday the next game. So just go from there upwards. And so, again, the thing is, it's all this bollocks making it even harder for me to find people to come on for even Thursday fucking games, for fuck's sake. But it is what it is. And yeah, until then, guys. And also, if you're on Facebook, do follow the page, Mr. Arsenal Podcast, and also Periscope. We're now back on that, so give us a follow or whatever it is on there. This, that, and the other. Come over to Twitter, give me a follow on there. Instagram and Twitter's going across the screen. I'm fucking pissed off. I'm out of here like everyone else. I will stay up the Arsenal. What's the point? I don't even care anymore. See you later, guys.